And Fox Radio. Hello, there we go. Sorry about that. Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network on the airwaves again this time from Donaghy Ford Field at RCISD Stadium, as the Foxes this week will come a little bit down Interstate 30 and take on the Pleasant Grove Eagles, a team that needs no introduction in the state of Texas. Of course, that is your 2019 defending state champion, has also played for a state title in 2017 as well. So, like Justin was saying in the pregame show, you got a couple of seniors here that's played for a state title every year they've been here.
Cody, the atmosphere is great. You can see the experience on Pleasant Grove side. You would think that that's going to obviously play a factor today, but the Foxes have been preaching all season, and specifically this week, making memories. And win, lose, or draw, you got to be proud of how far this program's come.
Because both teams coming here this week, area champions, of course. The Caddo Mills Foxes beat Van last week over at Memorial Stadium 43-27 to advance to this regional round, as well as PG defeated our little district mate down Highway 6, Community Braves, over the Star in Frisco Saturday afternoon, 42-0. So, man, both these teams come in with an expectation to win.
Yes, sir. Common opponents, too. They also were able to win significantly against Bullard, but I think you can throw that out the window as everyone can agree upon. The Foxes, they look like they're ready for some little home cooking here. It's close to home. What a great opportunity. That's all you can ask for. You're here for a reason, so play with that swagger that you've played with all year.
You know, absolutely. I did talk to Coach Cody Crane, which you'll hear it here in the Coach Cody Crane show here coming up momentarily. Lucky this team has not had to travel far. You know, you had a game at Ed Locker, then Mesquite, now here at Royce City. So for a Northeast Texas team 3 rounds deep in the playoffs, the further you're having to travel 30 miles for a football game is pretty good.
Absolutely. You've stayed healthy, too. You couldn't ask for a better stadium. The hospitality here at Donaghy Ford Stadium has been excellent. The boys are pumped up. Pleasant Grove, you got to say something about them, too. It's a challenge. They already feel comfortable. Hey, yeah, we'll play you there. So let's strap it up and let's see what our boys can do.
Exactly. You know, this team can kind of, with Pleasant Grove, they can kind of dictate where you play a little bit. So that is pretty cool that they were able to do all the driving. And you're right, man. That tells you a lot of confidence that they probably feel they could play Caddo about anywhere and have a chance to win.
Absolutely. And, you know, one of the great things, not only do the boys feel comfortable, but hear from a broadcast, Mesquite Memorial was nice, but, man, Royce City, they've taken it to the next level. And this is, we've had the Luke Allison suite. Now we're in the Cody Hawkins suite. So
yeah, I spent a lot of Friday nights in this home radio booth. We're in that route right now. So I definitely want to thank Mike Summers and Royce City ISD for their hospitality here for your Foxes this week. So let's get into it. This is this week's Coach Cody Crane Show, brought to you by Donaghy Ford and GMC. This is Cody Hawkins here with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network here with the Coach Cody Crane Show, brought to you by Donaghy Ford GMC over in Greenville. Well, Coach, you're gold ball hunting again this week after beating Van 43-27 to go to 11-0. You know, Townley, another solid night, 179, 5 TDs, rushed for 84. Man, it just seemed like the first quarter, like you and I were just talking, really the first half, you guys really went out, opposed your will, and it was 29-0 at the half.
Well, we really liked our game plan. We really liked a couple things that could take advantage of them, and our kids executed those things to a T. We got on them early, absolutely, and then Angus gets a defensive touchdown as well, and we're up 4 scores in the second quarter and going into halftime, and really proud of our kids and how they competed that first half.
You know, being up 29-0 didn't seem like the foot came off the gas. Speaking of Angus, I had that written down here. Van was very run heavy, but your D tackles and linebackers played very well.
You know, we do a deal that has we call it tackle points. So a solo tackle is assigned 2 points, an assist is 1, and all of his production, we call it our player production chart, he was at 50 total points. And as long as I've been doing it, I do not remember another person that's been in 50. I've called my friends that use the same thing, and they haven't either. So he had an extremely special night.
especially for Van, when you're down 29-0 at the half and you're trying to fight for your season, you take some gambles, but 4 onside kicks in a row. That was something. I rewatched the game on Monday, and I was pretty shocked by that. Was that something they had a tendency to do on film?
We hadn't seen that, obviously. And so coming out after halftime, we were telling our kids, be ready, and then they did sneak attack and kicked it in the middle and jumped on it and got it. But we intercepted it and went and scored again. Mm-hmm. So now we're up, whatever it was, 35, 36 to nothing. And then the bad news is that is the second time personally I've been a part of that onside kick and we can't get it.
Yeah.
And we talked about that Monday night game in Corpus Christi several weeks ago. Yeah. The same thing happened there, and we simply couldn't get it. And the kid was executing, and there were some definite coaching points that we had on film for our kids, but that kid was executing some outstanding kicks. And then once they got momentum and it was rolling, it's hard to get it back on our side. So,
when the venue, a bit larger, Memorial, 19,000 seat stadium, big venue, especially for Caddo, how did the guys enjoy it? As coaches, did you enjoy it? Was there an adjustment to playing in a building that large?
It really wasn't. Go back to the old Hoosiers deal. Yeah. It's still 100 yards long. Yeah. And what was nice from the coaches aspect is we didn't have to worry about tickets and who was getting in. It was come on and buy a ticket if you wanted to. And that made it nice working that week that you weren't having to worry about tickets all week long.
Yeah, and the thing about that stadium's really cool. They just recently remodeled Memorial too. The big send-off you guys had and going in, beating Van, a lot of people thought Van was a better team in that game. How did you feel dominating them, and what was your speech to the team after the game?
Well, going into the game, we told our kids, Van's kids expect to win. Their program is rich in tradition, and year after year they are used to winning games like this. And realistically, that is where we're trying to get our program to. Mm-hmm. And so we have a lot of respect for their program, what Coach Moffitt does, and so for us to beat a program like that, I think is a huge accomplishment for our kids and our program. And it really neat. Felt like, helped once again our program take another step forward.
Well, that moves on to this week. Of course, this next opponent needs no introduction in the state of Texas. Pleasant Grove Hawks did defeat our little district mate down Highway 6 there, 42-0 over a community at the Star in Frisco Saturday. Of course, now RCISD Stadium, 2 p.m. Black Friday. A lot of teams, I know I've did radio in Royce City a long time, and the goal was always practice on Thanksgiving, get to regionals.
Right.
You're there. Was that a goal that you had, was to practice on Thanksgiving?
Yes, obviously it is. Mm-hmm. But whenever you get the opportunity to practice on Thanksgiving, you've had a special year. Mm-hmm. But whenever our kids were making goals at the first of the year, we didn't want to limit it. And we talked about that being a goal. Mm-hmm. But if that was our goal, we have reached it right now, and we're good. Yeah. Well, we want bigger and better things. So we didn't want to limit ourselves to practice on Thanksgiving or playing in December or whatever it was, but yes, personally, as a coaching staff, as as an unspoken rule or goal, being able to practice over Thanksgiving is a special, special time.
Being a team with a state title last year, won another one in 2017, did Pleasant Grove. Is there a little bit of, I don't want to say this, a David and Goliath aspect for you guys?
I don't know. Probably for a lot of people, but I'm not 100% sure in our locker room. Mm-hmm. They're good. Absolutely. Yeah. They've been to the big dance 3 years in a row, one or 2 years. They have tradition. They have, and they lost some games, but it's to the elite of the state of Texas. Yeah. So yes, but I'm not 100% sure that our kids are thinking David and Goliath.
Yeah.
You know, I think our kids think that, hey, we're going to show up, we're going to do what we're going to do, and we're going to win. That's all they know this year.
Yeah, to kind of piggyback on what you said, they have lost 3 games this year. One to the 4A number 1 Argyle. They were district runner-up to Gilmer, who is a very dominant football team as well. Man, when you see this Pleasant Grove team on film, I kind of kept track of this district once, you have to. They're so state ranked.
Right.
Seems to be a team at times that starts slow.
And maybe so.
Yeah.
Yes. And we knew they were always looming, but we've tried to stay focused. But against Bullard, Bullard was in the game in the third quarter. I think it was a 1-score game, maybe 21-28, something like that in the third quarter. Then Community, it was 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. So yes, maybe. But they got plenty of firepower that if we make a mistake, that they could go at any point in time.
Exactly. Not this team's been, coming into the year, it was Sunnyvale. That was a goal. Maybe this team really hasn't felt like an underdog in any game y'all played, in my opinion.
Right.
Do you feel this week, are you using that maybe as a little motivation?
Well, yeah, absolutely. It's let's go and let's go get it done. And I think our kids feel that. I think our kids are motivated by that, and I think they're practicing, and I think our kids fully expect to win a football game.
We talk about this when we played and you coached early on. We always talked about bulletin board material, and nowadays social media is just one big bulletin board with bar stools. I'll figure out what that was this year. Man, does coaches use that as when you hear that? I didn't realize Dave Campbell's was handicapping these games till a month ago, which is ridiculous. Right. But does that even bulletin board material? I know when Coach Mack put up the graphic, why not us? And I agree, why not Caddo? But is that even a thing you use anymore?
I don't. I really don't. Because, first of all, I have social media, but I hate social media. And I don't really dive through it. I feel bad sometimes because our kids post stuff like offers and things that I don't go like because I'm not scrolling through that thing. Yeah. I just think that we have got to take care of us. If we need extra motivation to play Pleasant Grove in the third round, there's something wrong. We've done something wrong somewhere. Right,
exactly.
So we just try to keep our nose down and go to work, and our kids will be plenty excited whenever it's kicked off.
On the offensive side of the ball with Pleasant Grove, I know they're big on the offensive line, decent at quarterback. What's some things you've seen this week on film that they pose on offense?
Well, like you said, they are big, and they can lean on you and move you around. Tight end, we think he was an offensive lineman that they had to put a skill position number on and move him to tight end. A big kid. Their wingback number 1, move in really fast, extremely explosive, a good blocker. They 15 is a sophomore that he's a freshman, and you can tell he's explosive, very mature, good kid. Number 6 is going to Oklahoma State, plays running back as well. So their quarterback is new this year, but he can put the ball on the money and he can direct that offense, and they're a good offensive ball club.
Over on the defensive side of the ball,
6 is
two-way player
all over the place.
Okay.
And a lot of those offensive linemen, the tight end is up there, the defensive line. They play a lot both ways, and you can tell that, and they do a good job. And so, hopefully at our pace, we're telling our kids, hey, even if they are up on us a little bit, don't worry about it. We're going to wear them down and be able to overtake them in the fourth quarter.
One thing that's a little different, because when I jumped into with a radio station last year and did some 4A and 3A playoffs, man, there was just a ton of travel, Wichita Falls and Corsicana and all these places. Has being close to home in these 3 games, has that been good? Home game, 30 miles, now Royce City, 10 miles. Has that been nice to be close?
Yeah, it's been cool. Yeah. It has. And it is just, I don't know why. Yeah. It just has a more cool feeling. And hopefully we will have some further trips coming up in the next couple of weeks. But yes, it has been nice, the opportunity to play in Roy City, which is just down the road, and Memorial, which is a beautiful, awesome, and then the opportunity to host our own first playoff game ever. I think it's been a really cool playoff run.
One of the questions that I've been getting this week, and I had it written down before I was even prepared to answer it, but why 2 p.m. Friday? Was that a UIL thing?
No. So between us and Texarkana, there's really not many stadiums.
Yeah.
And so Coach and I were talking, and I said, well, maybe we could get Mesquite Memorial. And he said, I wouldn't be opposed to coming all the way to you guys if we could get Mesquite Memorial. So called, and we could get it for 7 p.m. And he said, Coach, we're coming and we're doing all the driving. I would rather play at 2 so we could get there, let our fans and get back. And so then we couldn't get Memorial. And so he went and he found Roy City and got it gathered up, and so it's really good.
So 2 p.m. was just a travel thing.
Yes, it's just for them, and it's pretty cool to that's what the kids see on Saturday and Sunday. Is they playing with the sun out.
That's right.
And so it'll be a cool atmosphere. It'll be something that it takes a little bit to get used to, but it will be a cool atmosphere.
When I was waiting outside for you here, I saw a lot of guys in here, mostly seniors. This team's been on top all year and pretty much for the duration of their careers here at Caddo. Is the win or go home, or this may be it Friday set with those seniors yet?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And it may have.
Yeah.
But it's not something that they talked about. I've heard one kid, Connor Bounds, said one time, I don't remember if it was Thursday or Friday, he was in here and we were just talking. He said, Coach, I didn't even realize the other day that if we don't win, that was our last practice.
That's good mentality.
So it's not something that they talk about. It's not something that we've talked about. We just approaching this week just like we have the previous however many we've been going.
You've been to Alice, Gonzalez, Grosbeck, now Caddo, Muleshoe, played in college, played in high school. Are you taking any of your experiences that you had against a team like Pleasant Grove as a player, as a coach, and maybe sprinkling a little bit of that in this week?
I think you have to.
Yeah.
I think you have to because our kids haven't had that opportunity yet,
Yeah.
And so, and I also think you got to take your experience practicing and going over Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But I think our seniors did it, but it was whenever they were freshmen and they're just JV players, and it wasn't. So yes, with that opponent, and yes, with how we're going to react in over Thanksgiving break. I think all of that, you have to take your past experiences and fuse it into the team so they have the confidence and understanding of everything that we're doing.
A lot of JV kids, of course, in the Baxter was a player there in the Hillsboro game. Are you bringing up more JV guys? Are you keeping the numbers the same?
It's going to be about the same.
Okay.
And they're, we have brought Baxter up, Ivy up, and a couple more. Davion Page.
Yeah.
Davion Page is going to be a heck of a player for us. And it really,
I can tell, man, you lit up, man.
Eyelash, from being in the game, really. And Jacob Martin, we brought him up and to play center, and we thought that Hillsboro game he was going to be in. So we've brought a couple more that haven't been actually in the game. Sam Cuevas. But right now we're kind of settled on that's the way it's going to be.
Okay. Last question here. Kind of like to get back into your memories. Black Friday always means, like you said, you're having a great season. Any Black Friday memories for you as a player, as a coach, in certain games there in regionals?
Man, the last time I guess that we played the third round over Thanksgiving is we were in Alice and we were playing Lake Travis. It was the third year of their 5 in a row state championships, and we were we were down at halftime and had probably the best third quarter that we've ever had, and we had the lead on Lake Travis going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And then Garrett Gilbert kind of took it over a little bit, and but that was a afternoon game. We had friends that were at that game that left at halftime that turned around and came back, because of what was going on. It was a cool time. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, Coach, let's go out and try to get one more, and maybe we'll talk next week.
Hey, looking forward to it.
So the name of this play. So I'm John Schneider. I'm standing here at Donahue. Wait a minute. Hey, John Schneider here. I'm standing here at tell you what, just bring the camera in a little bit. You got me? Am I in focus? Okay, I'm just going to say the word and we'll cut it together later. Okay? Somebody tell me how to pronounce it.
It's Donaghy.
Donaghy. How do I just Donaghy Ford.
Seriously, John, it's not that difficult.
Was I in focus? All right, I'll cut that together and make it work. Donaghy, what kind of a name is that?
And we're back here at Donaghy Ford Field here at RCISD Stadium. About 8 minutes to go for kickoff between your Caddo Mills Foxes and the Pleasant Grove Hawks. Remind everybody real quick, 5A and 6A volleyball playoff will take place in December over at the Curtis Colwell Center over in Garland. You can find all that ticket information at uiltexas.org. Also, 1A and 4A and 5A and 6A, of course, are scheduled for 1A and 4A in December over at AT&T Stadium, and of course 5 and 6A scheduled for January this year in this strange COVID pandemic type season. You can also find that information uiltexas.org. Well, man, we're getting ready here. Both teams kind of starting to come on to their inflatables here on the field. Want to remind everybody, this booth here, as you can tell, me and Mark sound a little different than we have in weeks past. This is completely soundproof. So the halftime this week, we will have a live stream. But as far as having audio on that, probably not going to happen this week.
Yeah, that's one of the unfortunate things about it. But RC Roy City has done a great job to accommodate our broadcast team, and we did everything we could to make it happen. But still going to be able to see all the fine work by the band and the cheerleaders.
Well, Pleasant Grove 9-3 on the season. They were district runner-up, district champion, the Gilmer Buckeyes. Of course, they kick off at 2 p.m. today in Athens versus Sunnyvale. That's definitely a game you can get on your Fox Friday Night app, the Fox Sports app Friday night. That gives you all the scores, 5A, 6A, 1A playoffs. They kick off, of course, the winner of this game will play the winner. It'll be a rematch of district foes. If Sunnyvale and Caddo wins, there you go. And if Gilmer and Pleasant Grove, Gilmer wins, they'll play Pleasant Grove and they'll have a rematch as well. 3 losses for Pleasant Grove this year: Argyle, Gilmer, and Carthage, buddy. That is who's who of high school football.
Definitely knocked up on their schedule. Pleasant Grove is a program that has a lot of tradition. They expect to win, and they want to challenge themselves. That would really be the only thing you could set apart from Caddo Mills and Pleasant Grove is just their strength of schedule.
There's one common opponent between both of these schools. Both schools played Bullard this year. Of course, Caddo beat Bullard and Pleasant Grove beat Bullard as well. So kind of weird in all this running around, they actually had a common opponent against Bullard.
Yeah, and Pleasant Grove, I believe that score was 55 to 20-something. Of course, your Foxes were able to – that was a great stadium. It was a great evening for the Foxes because they won 60-something to 3. It was definitely one of those times where the defense traveled, almost pitched the shutout.
They did. That was a game that had a continuous clock running for Caddo Mills, and that was it seems like that was 100 years ago. That was way back in the early part of September when this 2020 campaign got going for Caddo Mills. Want to thank our great sponsors, Donaghy Ford and GMC, Alumni Sports Grill, downtown Roy City, TX Roofing and Steel, 1885 Barbershop and Shave Parlor, Wrap Garage, Ken Parker Services, Butcherman's Gourmet Sausage over in Borough, Wrap Garage, and Marsh Electric bring you the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network this week.
Yeah, at some point down the along the season, each one of those guys have stepped up. We certainly do appreciate their support of the Caddo Mills Foxes.
Of course, a Caddo Mills win. Of course, the opponent and location and time, that will to be determined, as we probably won't find that out till late tonight. If Caddo Mills was a win, of course, Sunnyvale, you'd go one way. If Gilmer wins, you definitely would probably be further out east.
Yes, and you would hear us in some form or fashion. We may not be able to stream, but you will hear us on the radio. We will definitely be there to support the Foxes.
Well, your captain's on the field today. Of course, number 2, Tyler Townley, All-State quarterback for your Foxes. Over on the far side, 2 injured players. One of them's going to be number 40, Landon Jackson, senior defensive end for Pleasant Grove. He's an LSU Tiger commit.
Excellent, man. They've got a lot of talent over there. There's no doubt about it.
So here we go. Game time, 2 o'clock. We're just about 4 minutes away. Caddo Mills comes out, green on green, white helmet, Texas logo with the fox from left to right. Pleasant Grove, white on white on white, gold interlocking PG from left to right on their helmet as well. Caddo Mills won the toss. Of course, we'll defer. It's kind of been that double dip, kind of this 2020 story for Caddo Mills when opening kickoffs. Of course, they like to always have the ball there coming into the third quarter.
Yeah, I know the coaching staff was fired up to hopefully get the opportunity to start on defense and see a couple wrinkles thrown in.
Absolutely great home crowd here for Caddo Mills right below us.
This is fun. This is a playoff atmosphere.
Playoff atmosphere, and what's cool for Caddo Mills, you don't have to go far from home. We're going to pause for the national anthem and take a timeout. Come back with us on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Texas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Uh-huh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Texas who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play. And you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
And we're back here, Donaghy Ford Field at RCISD Stadium. Foxes and Hawks getting ready to kick it off here in this regional championship. Of course, the winner will play the winner of Sunnyvale and Gilmer. That also kicks off at 2 p.m. over in Athens. So, Mark, we were down in the sideline. Pleasant Grove, much larger team than Caddo Mills for sure. What does Caddo Mills have to do to maybe combat some of that size?
Limit your turnovers, play fast. Make sure that you don't rely on the gimmick play to create your momentum today, but also don't let their gimmicks, they're probably going to try to throw something at you as well, so be ready for everything.
Caddo Mills moving left to right tonight to start this ball game. Of course, Pleasant Grove opposite direction. They're going to return man deep at about the 5-yard line, just waiting for Roop to kick it off from his own 40-yard line, get this regional championship underway. Kick is up, kind of a squib kick to start it off. Going to be taken fair caught there by the Hawks over on the 38-yard line by number 15, Jalen Broadley. It'll be first down and 10 Hawks.
Well, some of the expectations here of the Caddo Mills defense, you may see a couple wrinkles, maybe some of those defensive linemen getting into coverage. You just got to be ready for anything for the Foxes to try to throw at this Pleasant Grove offense, which you know is going to be coming at you fast.
So first down and 10 Hawks back at their own 37. Game just underway, 0-0. Under center are the Hawks. Takes the snap, kind of a quick toss running forward. Met there immediately.
Great job there by Brewer, it looks like, on tackle.
Brewer there, the quarterback for the Hawks, snaps it kind of like we saw with Bullard, comes up to the line, kind of claps his hands and runs up there. Jalen Woodside, your quarterback here for Pleasant Grove. Breaks the huddle, runs to the line, now under center, taps a foot, has a man in motion this time, hands it off this time, tries the other direction. Brought down very quickly, number 6. That's Thomason with the tackle in the backfield, I believe, or is that Aldridge?
Yeah, if you're a Caddo Mills Fox fan, you got to be excited about how your defensive line is matching up against that big offensive line for Pleasant Grove.
Jalen Broadley on the run there for Pleasant Grove. It's now third down and 10 Hawks, 11-11 to go, just underway here in Royce City.
Well, this is great, and it's also good to have you back on the call.
Quarterback now, this under center, toss it out. Oh, Matt in the backfield.
He fumbled!
Ball's on the ground.
It is
Aldridge picks it up. Touchdown, Caddo Mills. A hit in the backfield. Aldridge scoops it up, and the Foxes strike first here in Royce City.
Unbelievable, Cody.
Wow. When you talked about the defense setting the tone, that's kind of been the all week long. And Aldridge made the hit, stripped, and scored. And now that's a correction. That was Brian Jones, number 9, that caused the fumble. We're 4 stories in the air this week, so bear with us through the first quarter here with numbers. And just like that, with 10:53 to go in the first quarter, it's 6-0 Caddo Mills. As Roop here to tie it on, and it is going to be good. So with 10:53 to go, Foxes strike first on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh,
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Texas who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play. And you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
10:53 to go, first quarter. Your Foxes strike first here in Royce City. Fumble caused by Brian Jones is scooped and scored by Angus Aldridge, and it's 7-0 Caddo Mills and Pleasant Grove.
Yeah.
They got a little dose of their own medicine right there on that first drive of the day.
Well, Caddo Mills has definitely let them know that they're here to give them everything they want.
So Roop again, kind of a squib kick this time, a little deeper, is going to go out of bounds. So there'll be a kick out of bounds against Caddo Mills. I believe they were trying to have that fair catch again, so it'll be first down and 10 Hawks. Not to about where they started last time, be at their own 30-yard line, 35-yard line to start this drive. So, man, not a better way for Coach Crane and the Foxes to start. First time on defense is to have a turnover and a score and lead this game 7-0.
And it looks like here we're going to they elected the option to re-kick. I agree with you. A lot of things have to happen right there, too. You got to think maybe the officials are going to be quick on the whistle as well. They let it play out, and the Foxes were able to recover that fumble.
That touchdown that time brought to you by Alumni Sports Grill, downtown Royce City. Don't forget, 28-plus points today. You can go there post-game, show your digital ticket stub, and get half-price appetizers at Alumni Sports Grill, downtown Royce City. So after the penalty, Roop's going to tee it up this time from his own 35-yard line. Foxes lead 7-0 here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Man, talk about getting excited right off the bat.
Yeah, it's good.
Again, Roop, kind of a short kick. be taken by the Hawks at about the 18-yard line. Met there immediately, breaks one tackle, but doesn't break another one. It's going to be gang tackled there. That was number 6, Nick Martin, on the return for Pleasant Grove.
These Foxes are excited to be here today. This is great to see.
Number 14, Alex Dumeyer, came in there, actually put 2 hits on him, and the second one he could not escape. So 10:45 to go, first quarter. Caddo leads 7-0. Defensive touchdown, Angus Aldridge with your score.
So one thing I got to ask you, Cody, you kick to the visitor sideline. Usually you'd want to kick to your home sideline. Is that something that maybe they see over there? They just like their matchup over there, I guess?
Yeah, it could be. Maybe saw something on tape as Woodside comes up under center this time, runs right into the teeth of that defense. Brian Jones again, Mr. Money in the Bank back here, man. Jones had his turkey and ham yesterday, brother. He's craving some hawk now.
Well, I would hope that Coach encouraged them to eat plenty. They were definitely going to need that extra weight against this big offensive line for Pleasant Grove.
So gain of 1 makes it 2nd down and 9. Pleasant Grove at their own 31-yard line. 10:19 to go, first quarter. Caddo Mills leads 7-0. Hawks break the huddle, run to the line. Woodside this time looks to be in a shotgun formation. A little bit of confusion by Grove coming out of the huddle. Now he's under center, has a man in motion. This time rolling out, first pass attempt of the day. Nobody there, and he's going to take a sack and may have spun away.
Jacob Hall.
Big number 72, Jacob Hall. How do you do, Mr. Woodside?
Yeah, I think I've seen a Jalen Smith swipe appearance there too. I'm not too much of a fan of that, but we just need to play ball.
So now 3rd down, they're going to say no gain on the play. So 3rd down and 9, Pleasant Grove at their own 31. Caddo leads 7-0. 9:36 to go, first quarter. Caddo Mills defense, man, setting the tone of this ball game now. Pleasant Grove breaks the huddle, Woodside under center. This time rolling out, looking at the flat, comes back, has a man down the field open, and it's going to be knocked away. Pass is incomplete, and Grove's punting again. Angus Aldridge again with a great play in the passing game.
You got to give Angus Aldridge credit because when your head is not turned towards the ball, it's easy to get a flag thrown on you there.
Great play there by Aldridge to keep up. Pass intended for the big tight end that time for Grove.
High alert here. Look for something silly.
Get a number on that tight end here momentarily. Low snap, punts away. Townley.
Tough in that
now,
north wind.
North wind, we were saying the ball's going to be at about the 42-yard line of Caddo Mills. You're right, man. Wind blowing right out of the north. As we were down there in the pregame show.
Cody, you had alluded to this, and even a Pop Rider as well. There's been a calm about this team, and it looks like they've saved all that energy, and it paid off for them starting out this game.
Absolutely. So Caddo Mills now 1st down and 10 at their own 41-yard line. They lead 7-0. Tyler Townley leads the offense onto the field. Connor Pounds, number 24, in the backfield with him. 3 wide receivers, now 4, 2 left, 2 right. Has a man in motion now. It's Pounds. Snaps the ball, looks, got some protection, throws it in the flat to Bean. Pass is intercepted. Pleasant Grove jumped the route, locked on Bean the minute the ball was thrown, and now both teams have a turnover.
Yeah, that's the momentum you didn't want to give them. They made a big play. Offensive line, they did a great job, had time for Tyler, and he tried to force it, and it just wasn't there.
So Townley trying to get it to Bean right off the bat, and the pass was intercepted.
So
Jonathan Ketchum on your interception there for Pleasant Grove. Great field position for the Hawks. They'll be about the Caddo Mills 48-yard line with 9:07 to go, first quarter. Foxes lead 7-0. Woodside under center this time. He's going to quickly hand it off. That's number 15. He made a few Foxes miss. Jalen Broadley on the carry there for Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, it looks like some of their offensive line, they like to get downfield, look for them to try to get on our corners and open up them lanes.
So gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 Hawks, 8:47 to go, first quarter. Caddo Mills leads 7-0 here at RCISD Stadium, Donaghy Ford Field. Woodside breaks the huddle quickly, runs to the line. This time is going to toss it quickly to the right side. Big hole, has a first down. Finally bumped out of bounds. They're pretty inbounds, Adrian Baxter with the tackle there for Caddo Mills.
Both offenses here. It looks like the turnovers obviously set the tone here for both sides.
That was Nick Martin on your carry there for the Hawks. Woodside again this time, tosses it to the right side this time. Had him in the backfield. Jacob Hall got Martin on the ground that time after a short gain.
Oklahoma State commit right there that Jacob Hall was jumping on the back of.
It was 2nd down and 8.
This defensive line, they need to continue to do what they've done early in the game, letting your linebackers work. If they can keep those linemen off your corners and your linebackers, you can have success.
So clock moving, 7:50 to go first quarter. Woodside this time hands it off again. Has a great block, makes a man miss, finally wrestled down from behind. That's number 15, Jalen Broadley, on the carry there for the Hawks, and Baxter with a tackle again.
Yeah, it looks like Pleasant Grove is getting a little bit more patient, waiting for those lanes to open up, and they're getting the yards and marching downfield.
So 1st down and 10 now. Pleasant Grove at the Caddo Mills 23-yard line. Foxes lead 7-0. 7:24 to go first quarter. Caddo Mills struck first after a scoop and score by the Foxes made it 7-0. Woodside under center this time is going to fake it. Great little play. Hand it off to Logan Johnson. 10-5 touchdown Pleasant Grove.
That's
great little handoff right up the middle, and they went right down Broadway, and they're 1 point away from tying this regional playoff game here in Royce City.
That's their go-to play. They scored twice on Community with that same play. You've got to look for that. I guess that's a trap, right?
So both teams capitalized off turnovers as Enrique Rios here to add on the extra point for Pleasant Grove. Snaps there, holds there, kicks there, and good. So with 7:08 to go, we're tied at 7 here in Royce City on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Hey there, Fox fans. This is Cody Hawkins with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, here today to talk to you about Marsh Brothers Electric. Of course, that's a Caddo Mills locally owned business, your residential service electrician, American-owned by Texans. All your lights, can lights, plugs, power to all shops, any electrical needs. Make sure you call Marsh Brothers Electric at 214-534-9261. And also don't forget the Boys of Fall special. It's $150 off $3,000 or more, or $50 off $500 or more. That's Marsh Brothers Electric, 214-534-9261. And we're back here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. 7-7 as Pleasant Grove capitalized off the Caddo Mills turnover, as number 1, Logan Johnson got the Hawks on the board. And here at this regional playoff game in Royce City, we're tied at 7.
Yeah, the nerves of QB1 Tyler Townley definitely to be shaken off, but I fully suspect that the Foxes will get back on track here offensively.
So Pleasant Grove, Rios will kick it off from his own 40-yard line. Great home crowd here for Caddo Mills today. I want to appreciate everybody listening at home on the Fox Sports Athletic app. That's your home for everything Caddo Mills Athletics. Home side starting to kind of come alive here. Rios kicks it right down the middle. Returnable there by the Fox's own 20. Kind of a bobbled return there. Gets out across the 25-yard line. That was number 10, Brewer, your return man for Caddo Mills.
So, Caddo, you want to come out. You want to play fast. You got to get that confidence up for your QB. Can't be staring down your wide receivers. You just got to trust in what got you here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So a very uncommon turnover for Caddo Mills this year. Didn't have a whole lot this year, did Tyler Townley. So 4 wide receivers. He's in shotgun. Pounds in the backfield with him. They take a moment of pause and looking over to the Caddo Mills sideline to get the play call in. Play clock down to about 7 now for Caddo Mills. Going to hand it off to Pounds. Big hole, makes a man miss, and gets across the 30-yard line.
Connor Pounds needs to set the tone, help that offensive line work that line of scrimmage downfield, because that's where it's going to be won today, is in the trenches.
So now 2nd down and 5. 5 wide receivers for Caddo Mills as Pounds runs off the field. Now he's coming back on. Trips to the far side, 1 up top. Pounds looks like he's going to line up in the backfield again for Caddo Mills. Plenty of time on the play clock for the Foxes. Townley's in shotgun. Taking his time, which is good. Snaps the ball, looks back, has some blocking, trying to sling it downfield. Has a man open and just overthrew Toomey on the second down and 5 pass attempt.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was juiced up on that throw or that north wind helped carry that ball as well. I like the aggressiveness, though. Third down and manageable here. May look for something short here. I'd like to see Caden Davis get involved.
So it's now 3rd down and 5. Foxes back at their own 32-yard line. We're tied at 7. Had a man jump, free play for Caddo Mills. He's going to throw it up in the air again to Toomey. Toomey caught it! Oh, right out of bounds. Let's see. They're going to say he was out of bounds the whole time.
That was a great catch.
Yeah, the whole time he seemed like he was out of bounds, but I believe it was a free play. It should be a first down for Caddo Mills. It was 3rd down and 5. Let's see if Pleasant Grove looked to be like they came across.
Still positive.
And it will be. Let's see if it's enough. It was 3rd down and 5. That's a 5-yard penalty. It will be a Caddo Mills first down off the penalty.
Well, Pleasant Grove, they've got some big boys upfield we've seen on film. Number 74 specifically, he can be a disruptor up there for Pleasant Grove.
Man, Toomey had a great catch, but I guess they said he never had a foot in bounds, but it was a great catch this time as the Foxes come out. 5 wide receivers. Townley's in shotgun, drops back, looking downfield, slings it. Pass is going to be complete. Now they're saying incomplete.
Yeah, it looks like maybe when he fell to the ground, he couldn't hang on to the possession. And it's hard when you got a swarm of white forming over you as you're trying to come down with that ball.
That pass intended for number 4, Jet Saldivar. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Foxes now at their own 37-yard line.
Offensive line looks like that they can play with this Pleasant Grove front.
So 4 wide now for Caddo Mills. Pounds in the backfield. 3 to the far, 1 up top. Takes the snap, rolls that direction, looking for a man downfield. Townley's running out of real estate, trying to throws it downfield, almost intercepted again as number 1 Logan Johnson had a hand on it.
That was a tight window. That's a tough play. You want to see maybe him keep that ball, but the Foxes didn't turn it over. So let's see what we can get here on 3rd and long.
So 3rd down and 10, Caddo Mills, 5:59 to go, first quarter. Ball at the 37-yard line of the Foxes. Passing game thus far for Caddo Mills been shaky at times in the first quarter. Not a lot of guys open downfield so far for Townley. He comes to line this time, 3 wide receivers. Now has a 4th with Jet Saldivar in the flat. 3 blitzer coming off the side for Pleasant Grove. Townley's on the move and taken down. Normally we've seen Townley run for that first down.
Yeah, number 21 of Pleasant Grove does a great job.
As Townley got across the 40, needed to get to about the 47 for a Caddo Mills first down. So it's 4th down now coming up for Caddo Mills with 5:37 to go first quarter. We're all tied at 7. And it looks like Caden Davis will be punting from back his own 35-yard line.
Yeah, you definitely want to use the north wind here again and hopefully pin him deep. He didn't get the first down, but let's get that the field of possession here.
Return man for Pleasant Grove, number 15, was about his own 5-yard line. Live football, he touched it. Makes a man miss, makes another man miss. Finally, Saldivar is going to get him on the field as Jalen Broadway fumbled the snap, was lucky to get across the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 Hawks, starting back at their own 12-yard line after the muff punt by Broadley.
Yeah, you want to see the Pleasant Grove, especially with that type of offense, you want to see them have to march at least 80 yards plus. So definitely great job by our special teams, and that's what we're going to need here for a playoff victory. Limit the turnovers and make sure that all 3 phases of the game you're executing.
So 5:04 to go, first quarter, 7-7. Foxes and Hawks all tied up here at Donaghy Ford Field here in Royce City. PG has the ball, quick little handoff, making guys miss, ran through a tackle. Looks like finally Thomason came up and made the tackle for Caddo Mills.
It's tough to see those numbers, too.
That was number 1 again, Johnson on the carry for Pleasant Grove. He had the Pleasant Grove touchdown their last possession. So 4:43 to go, clock running, 2nd down and 7. Pleasant Grove now at their own 15-yard line.
You got to think that whose defense wears down first might be the outcome here of the game.
So this time, handoff again, right up the middle. Not that time. Handed it off again to Johnson. I thought Woodside may keep that, the quarterback, but he did hand it off. It'll be 3rd down and 5 coming up for Pleasant Grove, now at their own 17-yard line.
I think maybe you alluded to it there. They could be setting up something later, with
Big
that play.
Jacob Hall now checks back into the Foxes along that defensive line. You need that beef out there.
Yeah, especially on the open side of the field. You think Pleasant Grove is definitely going to want to run to their side on this play. Big 3rd down for the Foxes.
Number 74, Newark, also checks the game for Caddo Mills. Woodside this time under center. Hands it off again to Johnson. Thomason tries to get there. He runs through the tackle now. Great Johnson's all the way out to the 30-yard line, and it's a Pleasant Grove 1st down.
That kid's fast. He was fast last week. He's been fast all season. It's going to be tough for the Foxes to slow him down.
Thought Thomason was going to make the tackle. He'd been about a 2 yard short, but Johnson, with that head of steam, was able to kind of stiff-arm Thomason and get to the stick, and it's 1st down and 10 Hawks at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, you got to look here maybe for some play action. They're hoping to get the Foxes to creep up to the line of scrimmage with those runs and catch them deep.
So now 1st down and 10 Hawks at their own 26-yard line. 7-7 first quarter, 3:48 to go. Woodside again, a quick handoff right up the middle. Makes a few guys miss. Now we're on the move all the way to midfield. He's dragging Foxes all the way across midfield.
That's a good run there by number 6. That's eventually
Martin again.
Yeah, you're going to see him break a long one. It's going to happen. We're just going to have to roll with the punches, get that defense calmed down. Show that same intensity that you started out with today.
So all the way across midfield, it'll be 1st down and 10 Hawks, and it looks like we're having an issue of where we're going to place the football. One official's at the 50, one is about the Caddo Mills 49-yard line.
Coach Crane and those boys, you want to see.
There it is. 1st down and 10 Hawks now at the 49. Yeah. Woodside ran to the line to get the play off. He does. Quick toss now to Johnson. Nobody on the edge, 40. Makes a man miss 30. All the way on the 25-yard line. Finally, number 7, Hayden Rife got Johnson onto the ground, and all of a sudden a drive that started back on the Pleasant Grove 12 is now with the Caddo Mills 23.
Yeah, when they set the edge like that and there's nothing but green, it's hard for the Foxes to rally to the ball, especially with that speed by number 1.
So 7-7, 2:55 to go, first quarter. We're tied at 7, but the Hawks are on the move. They're at the Fox 23-yard line. Woodside's in the huddle. He's going to break the huddle along with number 15, Broadway, and Johnson in the backfield. Takes the snap, fakes the toss, is going to have great little trickery there.
Yeah, it's that trap play again. We were ready for it there. There's still a gain of 5, but they didn't get at the end zone there. That's their bread and butter play.
That little trap play, we had a spy right on the quarterback. So Woodside took a shot from Jacob Hall there right about the time he handed the football off. It was a gain of 4. It's 2nd down and 6 Hawks at the Caddo Mills 19-yard line. 2:13 to go. Clock running here in the first quarter in a 7-7 ball game.
Pleasant Grove does play have a lot of two-way players, but a lot of those defensive players are getting some much-needed rest. So as you're watching the Foxes defend here.
Woodside runs to the line, taps his foot, has a man in motion. It's Johnson. He gets the handoff. A lot of missed tackles. Makes another guy miss, and it's 1st and goal Hawks at the Caddo Mills 5 as Hayden Rife finally got him on the ground, but not before. It's now 1st and goal Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, this one's going to be tough to swallow if you let them march down the field 80 yards. Defense has got to bow up here, hopefully limit the damage, and hold them to 3.
Both teams, respectively, great crowds here. Pleasant Grove, visitor side, looks okay. Of course, not that far away from Caddo Mills. Snap quick, pass to Martin, little handoff. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. It'll be 2nd down and goal now from the 2. As Woodside tossed it quick to Martin, he went right up the middle, and Thomason got him on the ground to force a 2nd and goal from the 1 now.
Yeah, those guys will just lean on you. Even their running backs, they're going to fall forward and get positive yards. It's going to be tough to keep them out of here. Hopefully, the Foxes will rebound here on the offensive side quickly.
So minute 6 to go. 2nd down and goal from the 1 for Pleasant Grove. Drive started back at their own 12-yard line. Quick handoff this time to Martin. Touchdown Pleasant Grove, and the Hawks have the lead here in Royce City.
Yeah, the defensive line is starting to get pushed back a little bit. They're giving up the 2 to 7 yard chunks now. We've got to get back to that aggressiveness and meeting them at the line of scrimmage or behind. Right now, the Foxes are getting pushed off the ball.
Now they ran the three or four plays at the same time, and both of them were at just perfect ran to a T as Rios is coming to add on an extra point. Kick is up and kick is good. So with 56 seconds to go first quarter, it's 14-7 Hawks here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. And we're back here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. 14-7, Pleasant Grove now leads Caddo Mills with 56 seconds to go in the first quarter as Rios getting ready to kick it off from his own 40. Davis and Brewer, your return men, back deep for Caddo Mills at about their own 20.
Offensively, just settle down, and let's get a good return here.
So Rios is going to kick it right down the middle. Brewer's going to let it bounce. That's a live football. Finally gets it about the 12. Looking for some blockers. Has one across the 30. 35 to the 40. In great field position for Caddo Mills. They'll start back at their own 40-yard line. You can't let Pleasant Grove get too far out ahead of you. You're going to have maybe score for score might be a little much, but you can't let them get up 14 points, or it may be one of those games where you're in chase mode
and Justin,
all day.
Justin had just mentioned this too. You want to get back to what got you here, that game plan, the short passes, run game. Make sure that you execute. The game is not bigger than what you've done so far.
So first down and 10, Fox is at their own 42-yard line. Townley looks over to the sideline. Connor pounds in the backfield. 4 wide receivers now for Caddo Mills. Snaps clean, fakes it to Pounds, throws it in the flat, caught by Davis, then dropped.
You got to catch them. Those are tough. I know you hear the footsteps. Let's get that next time. Caden will get back into it. Good pass by Townley, offensive line. They're doing a great job of giving Tyler time.
Would have been a gain of 5 on the play, but now it's second down and 10. Fox is back at their own 42.
Yeah, with these kind of defenses, a championship defense, when you've got that 5 yards, you've got to take it. Those are going to be tough to swallow.
So this time, Townley comes out, 4 wide receivers. Connor Pounds in the backfield. He's going to fake the handoff to him. Throws it deep for Davis. Has him, and it's going to be caught. Caden Davis, biggest play of the game for Caddo Mills offensively. Townley hits Davis deep. And depending on where we're at, it should be first and goal. Foxes now from the Pleasant Grove 8.
Cody, I know you're the voice of the Bulldogs, but was the voice of the Bulldogs, but it's great to hear you call that for the Foxes.
So all the way down to the 7, be first and goal. Caddo Mills now from the 7. Townley hands it off to Pounds, looks for some room, has it, makes a man miss, and forward progress. It'll be first and goal now from the 3. As, both these teams are pushing and driving. Finally, Townley had some time, hit a big one deep. And at 19 seconds to go, it'll be second down and goal for about the 2 for Caddo Mills.
Is it a mind over matter here? Get a quick score? Yep.
Low snap. Townley probably had something dialed up. Now he's dancing around. Look, still that touchdown. Hit Jet Saldivar. Low snap there. Townley had to improvise. At the last minute, number 4 flashed in front of his eyes. And the Foxes, not intimidated at all by this Pleasant Grove team, are 1 point away from tying this ball game.
Hey, they struck quick. You seen what they wanted to do. They got to the run game. They did the quick pass, even though we didn't execute. Townley makes a great play call. Justin, we need to get you in on the sideline there. I like your ideas, man.
So Townley hits Saldivar to make it a 1 point game. We'll see if Roop can tack on the extra point, and he does. So with 4 seconds to go first quarter, we're knotted at 14 here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network.
Welcome to Rap Garage. I'm WG356, and I'll be guiding you through this bad boy. Some of our deadliest designs. climate-controlled environment. LED lighting. Custom installation. I know, right? Our installers are the heartbeat of the shop. Wrap Garage. Simply different.
And we're back here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Townley hit Davis to set up first and goal from the 7. And Townley again improvising after the low snap hit Saldivar in the end zone. And that got us to 14-14 here with 4 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Cody, it's hard not to yell in the microphone with you. Being an alumni and living, having green and white in my heart, it's hard to hold back the excitement. But what a great job by the Foxes so far.
That touchdown that time brought to you by Ken Parker Services over in Greenville, your premier Linux dealer here in Hunt County. As Rupel here to kick it off from his own 40-yard line. Once again, the squib kick game is happening, and this time Pleasant Grove's going to take this one on the run.
He's got a lane.
And he's got a pretty good lane. He's out to the 40-yard line. So curious if that's what Coach Crane's mind was, is keep it out of that guy's hand. Of course, that's number 15, Jalen Broadley. He is quick when he's got the football in his hands.
He can take it to the house any moment. They have a few of those kids over there. We've already seen one as well.
And we're going to take a timeout here. End of the first quarter here in Royce City, 14-14. Foxes and Hawks tied on the Caddo Mills ISD Radio Network.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Texas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result?
We're back here on the
Transcends
Caddo Mills
sports.
Fox Radio Network here. It's now 14-14, first down and 10 Pleasant Grove at their own 40-yard line. Whiteside's going to come up under center this time. Has a man in motion. It's Johnson. He's going to get around the right side and finally going to be wrestled down there pretty quickly by Manny Bastillos, your Fox tackler that time. And, man, I'll tell you what, Pleasant Grove has a few guys that can go to the house in a moment between Johnson, Woodside, Martin, and Broadley.
Yeah, we've seen it on film. I don't think that they're accustomed, though, to this Caddo Mills Fox defense, except maybe a Gilmer type defense that has his speed as well. So hopefully we can still contain as much as we can. He's fast.
So second down and 6 now for Pleasant Grove. Woodside again, tossing it this time. That's Johnson. He's out in the open field. He's got a first down, lowers his shoulder all the way out to the Caddo Mills 35-yard line is Pleasant Grove.
You can see why Oklahoma State likes the way that he runs the ball.
Martin, of course, like Mark mentioned, Nick Martin, number 6, a commit to the Oklahoma State Cowboys from Pleasant Grove. Of course, a two-way player. Was told the other night, not really sure in the collegiate level if he's a running back or a linebacker.
With that speed, as long as he's on the field, I bet you they could utilize him.
So now first down and 10, 35-yard line. That's going to be that finally Brewer gets him on the ground. That time it was number 15, Jalen Broadley, the running back for the Hawks that time.
It's amazing to see that Pleasant Grove offense work. They do a great job to set that edge. I give it to the Foxes. It's hard to compete against a team that works that edge so well.
So now second down and 5, ball at the 31-yard line of Caddo Mills as Pleasant Grove's huddled up at about the 35-yard line. Clock running, 10:49 to go, second quarter, 14-14 here at Donaghy Ford Field at RCISD Stadium. Longest huddle we've seen from Pleasant Grove all day. Broke the huddle with about 7 seconds to go on the play clock. Woodside this time tosses it again to Martin. No flag on the play. It'll be another Pleasant Grove first down at about the Caddo Mills 25-yard line.
Bastillos looked like he got undressed there, number 32. I don't know how you didn't have a hold on that. I know that offensive line for Pleasant Grove is big, but, man, that's a blatant hold.
So first down and 10 now, Hawks at the Fox 25-yard line, 10:20 to go, 14-14, second quarter. Kind of was a back-and-forth game. Caddo Mills struck first, then Grove tied, and then Grove took the lead, and Caddo Mills tied this time as Woodside handed off. That's that trap play again to Johnson. After a gain of 5, brought down by Brewer at about the 20.
Seems like they like to run that play 25 yards and in. That's their go-to to get in and score quickly once they're in the red zone.
So second down now, 9:53 to go. Ball on the 21-yard line. Be second down and 6 now for the Hawks. Woodside breaks the huddle. Plenty of time on the play clock under center. Taps his foot this time. Johnson's going to get it moving right. Bastillos tackles him, but not before it's another Hawk first down. He took on Rafe and Bastillos and still got the first down for Pleasant Grove.
That's tough to compete against. Defensive scheme, I'm not sure what much else you can do. They're competing. They run that play well. Pleasant Grove, you already alluded to, they've got 6 plays probably.
Yeah, I mean, they're not really – he's had 1 or 2 pass attempts. Woodside's maybe dropped back to throw the ball maybe once or twice in this ball game. As he breaks the huddle again, this time's going to hand it off. That's Johnson again. Breaks a few tackles. Penalty flag comes in
the holding area.
In the middle of the field, and that looks to probably be a hold against Pleasant Grove. And now Pleasant Grove's pointing at Caddo.
Uh-oh. Number 64 of the Foxes I saw laying on the ground.
As Brian Jones now checks in back on defense for Caddo Mills. It looks like it will go against Pleasant Grove as the officials are walking that direction. Chop block. That's a 15-yard penalty.
Oh,
so a chop block, a call against Pleasant Grove. That's a 15-yard variety.
That's how you get somebody hurt quick. That's a great job. Working in the middle as an umpire, that's one of the toughest calls to see because it's so fast in there and there's so much traffic.
It would have been first down and 10 from the 14 for Grove. 9:06 to go. Now it's first down and 25 back at the 29-yard line of Caddo Mills.
14-14 game after the first quarter. If you're a Fox fan, you've got to be happy with the way that they've competed so far.
So Woodside breaks the huddle this time, has a man in motion. That's that trap play again to Johnson, right up the middle, needs a block, and he may go, and he will score. Touchdown, Pleasant Grove, the trap play to Johnson, right up the middle, and it's 20-14 Pleasant Grove with 8:42 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's their favorite play to run. It's worked against a lot of teams this year that they've competed against.
You know, it's just it's this, like I said, it's like a 6-play variety. But man, when you run those 6 plays to perfection, it makes it really tough. On this Black Friday football game here in Royce City, as Rios to add on the extra point, it's up and it's good. So with 8:42 to go, second quarter, it's now 21-14 Pleasant Grove here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network.
100 years ago, Texas UIL football began to define competitive spirit and tradition. And from that moment, we changed how the game was played. Our gridirons shaped legends. Our leaders went on to bring home national championships and Hall of Fame honors, shattering records, some still standing today. Texas is high school football. Deeply rooted in all generations, Fox Sports Southwest and the UIL proudly celebrate 100 years of Texas high school football. Presented by Jack in the Box.
And we're back here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, 21-14 Pleasant Grove.
Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday night.
And we're back here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, 21-14 Pleasant Grove now over Caddo Mills after another Logan Johnson touchdown on that trap play. And it's now 21-14 Pleasant Grove. Rios is now going to kick it off from his own 40-yard line. Davison Brewer back deep for Caddo Mills. Kick straight down the middle. Brewer's going to let it go over his head and be a touchback. But, man, we have to find an answer for that trap play because they've just ran that at nauseum as Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, and looking at it on film, I tried to figure it out myself. What would I do if I was trying to scheme against it? But sometimes It's just hard, especially when they run it so well. You can have the perfect scheme ran against it, but when Pleasant Grove can go out there and block and execute, sometimes there's just nothing you can do.
So first down and 10, Foxes now at the 25-yard line. Townley back in shotgun, 5 wide receivers, empty backfield for Townley. Play clock down to about 4, takes the snap, looks, plants throw, now he's on the move. Out across the 30-yard line. First time we've had a design run for Tyler all day long.
Yeah, and you see number 21 there at Pleasant Grove. He will definitely bring the physical play. That was a good open field tackle by him on Tyler.
So gain of 5 makes it first, second down and 5 now. Caddo Mills from their own 30. Townley now 3 wide receivers. Going to have a false start against Caddo Mills.
You don't see too many of those. That's going to be a second down and long. It takes back what you got on that first down, obviously. So those can be drive killers. It's going to be something Caddo Mills is going to have to march down and get a score to match that Pleasant Grove offense.
So now it's second down. Could be first down 9. Second down and 9. Kind of a weird setup there at the 26-yard line as Townley's going to have 3 wide receivers, now 4 pounds in the backfield. Looking over to the Caddo Mills sideline to get a play call in is Townley.
Can Logan go on 3rd and 10 if we get to it?
Takes a snap, drops back, does Townley. Blitz is on, steps up forward, trying to move and just cannot get away from this Pleasant Grove defensive line.
Yeah,
we're kind of used to seeing Tyler kind of shake those guys off and go, and this time, man, there's just so much speed on this defensive line of Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, one of the things that I've seen Pleasant Grove too, you've seen on film, 21 normally works at corner. They've brought him in as a spy and outside, inside linebacker.
So 4 wide now for Townley. Trips up top, 1 down low, drops back, needs a blocker, looking downfield, blitz is on. Moving around, trying to find something. He has Caden Davis across the 40, 45 to the 50. So a great improvising play call has Caddo Mills with a first down all the way down to about the Pleasant Grove 47-yard line.
That's just experience right there. Caden Davis, all those guys were covered, but he ran and worked with Tyler downfield. So Townley did a great job to find him.
So Caddo Mills dug out of a hole to make it first down and 10 at the Grove 47-yard line. 4 wide now.
Oh, free play again.
Maybe a free play again. It's going to sling it down to Davis, and it's going to be intercepted.
And there's no flag on the play.
And it looks like
that was offsides.
That was offsides, no call. It's going to be a Caddo Mills turnover. As one Townley thought he had a free play, and he did not have a free play. And Townley just threw one up for grabs. Second time this season that's happened to Townley. There was a play against that happened against who did we play in the first round?
Hillsboro.
Hillsboro, same thing. Thought he had a free play, threw one up for grabs, and it's intercepted.
I know Coach Crane doesn't make excuses. You got to move on from those. But you'd hate to think that a big game like this, you go back at 7 minutes and 11 seconds and think that a game was decided on a non-call when he was clearly off.
He made contact with the center, and I think that's why everybody at Caddo kind of froze. Quick handoff now to Johnson.
There's the trickery out there. Everybody.
And, man, let me tell you, Pleasant Grove got to the line, and they snapped the football quick, and he's going to have a first down as Johnson.
That's why you have to move forward. You can't change it because Pleasant Grove's ready to go, and you don't want to be down 14.
So it's now first down and 10 Pleasant Grove at the 26-yard line is another Caddo Mills turnover. Was intercepted about the 10-yard line, did Pleasant Grove. So first down and 10 Hawks at their own 26-yard line, 7:06 to go, second quarter. Pleasant Grove leads 21-14. Quick snap this time, broken tackle in the backfield. Number 6, Nick Martin was your runner there all the way out to about the 35-yard line. Grove starting to put together a drive again. They moved it back.
Yeah, they did, and you can tell Grove is they're leaning on the Foxes. You got to hope that defensively the Foxes can still match that energy. It's tough when you've been out there predominantly the whole first half.
So it's second down and 5, Pleasant Grove at their own 31-yard line. 6:30 to go, second quarter. They lead 21-14. Woodside's under center this time, taps his foot, hands it to Johnson. It's going to be looks like to be a false start against Pleasant Grove.
That is a big number 76 right there walking back. That's whew. I'm glad we're up here in the booth.
Man, that's a big kid. A lot of size on this Pleasant Grove, especially on the defensive and offensive lines. Of course, everybody knew that was kind of the story of this ball game, was not only size but the experience of Pleasant Grove. Of course, state champion last year, runner-up the year before, and then 2017 state champion as well. So definitely a pedigree with these Pleasant Grove Hawks for sure.
Yeah, and this is, if you're Caddo Mills, this is where you'd like to see the program get to. So great description.
So 2nd down and 10 now. Hawks are 26-yard line. Kind of a busted play that time, and the Foxes were kind of able to read it out as tackled by number 14, Alex Dumeyer.
So
that was Johnson again.
I just heard Justin. He's yelling trap. You hear people yell screen, screen, screen. I think maybe the sideline could help with that as well.
So it's 3rd down and 9, Pleasant Grove, back at their 27-yard line. 5:57 to go, second quarter. They lead your Foxes 21-14 here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Woodside breaks the huddle, hands it to Johnson again, and he's going to be short of the first down.
This is a tough call now. You've got 4th and short.
Tough call. It will be 4th down. Would not be shocked to see Pleasant Grove keep this offense on the football field. It'll be 4th down, right at the 34-yard line. 4th down and 2 for the Hawks. Would be a huge play if Caddo Mills could get off the football field here. They'd have great field position. He needs to get to about the 36-yard line for the first down as Pleasant Grove.
Look for the trap or the end around.
So 4th and 2, quick little screen there, has the first down and more. Need to get to the 36, got across the 40-yard line, and it's 1st down and 10, Pleasant Grove.
Well, you've seen the Foxes on offense have their go-to plays. Pleasant Grove, they said, here's number 6, good luck, and it's tough to stop.
So 1st down and 10, Pleasant Grove now at their own 42-yard line, 4:57 to go, 21-14 Pleasant Grove here at Donaghy Ford Field in RCISD Stadium.
Yeah, if you're the Foxes here, you definitely, if you had one stop lined up for you, this is it.
Woodside now under center this time, hands it off quickly to Martin. We're going to have another false start against Pleasant Grove, and that stops the clock with 4:40 to go, second quarter.
Could have used that on that free play earlier, but just saying.
Curious if I think they're flagging the quarterback on that. I don't know if Woodside is doing something with his feet.
It's hard for me to see up here, but that's a great observation.
Because it seems to be where he's a little confused, because I think both those flags have been on the quarterback, and a quarterback false start's very uncommon. I want to say maybe Woodside may be dropping back into the pocket before he actually has the football.
Yeah.
And they have flagged that twice.
Maybe something the coach has brought to their attention.
But this time, quick little handoff this time. That's number 15, Broadley, and he's going to be stacked up, and that's going to be a loss. It was 1st down and 15 Grove from their own 37 after the penalty.
Yeah, see, that's one of the great things of having you up here in the booth. That's a great observation, and maybe something that the coaches spoke to the officials about pregame. Still, I'd like to watch that and see maybe what they're picking up on.
So 2nd down and 14, Pleasant Grove. 3:55 to go, second quarter. They lead Caddo Mills 21-14 here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network.
Think pass here, maybe.
Woodside breaks the huddle. He's under center. Toss again this time. Full head of steam and takes a lick. Runs right through it. Which when you make that hit, you got to wrap up, man, because that was a 2-yard loss that turned into a 3-yard gain.
Yeah,
for Johnson that time.
Grove is not afraid to take the big hits, and when they do, they can take the lick and keep on ticking. So you've got to wrap up, just like you said.
So 3rd down and 8 now for Pleasant Grove at their own 44-yard line. 3:17 to go, second quarter. 21-14 Hawks over the Foxes right now. As Woodside's going to break the huddle, run to the line. Take the snap, fake toss, trap play again. Nobody home, but he will be short of the first down.
So
interesting play. They're not quite at midfield as Pleasant Grove. It was 3rd down and 8.
This is a fourth down. They're keeping the offense on.
Gain of 3. It'll be 4th down and 5 from the 47-yard line for Pleasant Grove.
Expect the pitch out there to their sideline. If I can't tell, it looks like Thomason out there on the right side. I'd be ready for them to try to set that edge. This is a big play for your Foxes. We've got to have this stop.
So 4th and 5 from the 47-yard line. 2 finally takes a timeout. So maybe Pleasant Grove wanting a minute to talk about it. We'll let them talk about it. We'll take a timeout here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network.
Hey there, Fox fans. This is Mark Sweeney here with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. If you're looking to give your home a fresh new look, possibly protect your foundation with seamless gutters, or in need of a quality fence, we've got the right company for you. That's right, I'm talking about Field of Greens. They're locally owned and proudly support Caddo Mills ISD. Receive a free quote by contacting Sean Pruitt at 469-534-9473. When you do, be sure to mention if you're a veteran, first responder, teacher, or faculty member to receive your discount. Again, that number to call, 469-534-9473.
And we're back here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. So it's 4th down and 5 Hawks at about the 47-yard line at their own end of the field. So curious conversation here as maybe trying to run that trap play again on 4th down, or, man, every play's worked certain times tonight or today. But it's 4th and 5, and Woodside's going to run onto the field. They are going to at least give the appearance they're going to go for it.
Quick pitch outside.
And he's going to hard count at first. Now look over to the sideline, and they're going to take another timeout. They almost had it, man. I thought they had Jacob Hall to jump off sides there. I think the play was for Woodside to come in and try to draw Caddo Mills off sides.
Yeah, that's a great job of Jacob and the rest of the Foxes to hold their water. This is something that you got to look at. Pleasant Grove, their staff, they've been in a state title game the last 3 years, correct? You know that they are situationally aware and know what to do in these moments.
Now it looks like they are going to punt the football, as the play looked like it was designed just to draw Caddo Mills offside. Reminder, everybody, Caddo Mills won the toss, decided to defer, so they will have the ball coming out of the half. Once again, reminder, we'll have the Foxettes and the Fox bands here live. We'll not have audio on those performances today due to the fact of the booth situation, but we will have that performances for both streaming live. Townley be your return man back at his own 40-yard line. Backpedaling a little bit. I think Caddo kind of watching the fake. Bobbled snap, punched straight up into the air. Going to take a Grove bounce and go into the end zone. Ooh. So it'll be a touchback. Well, I thought for sure that was going to go down at about the 1-yard line.
Well, you can see Pleasant Grove knew that Jacob Hall has blocked 3 punts this year. They were max protect, and even with that bobbled snap, they were able to get that punt off.
So it will be 1st down and 10, Caddo Mills at their own 20-yard line, 2:13 to go. Caddo Mills, all 3 timeouts on this drive. Be sure to like to try to milk the clock as much as possible. Maybe get some points, and then maybe the old double dip in play. As Townley comes out now, 4 wide receivers. Connor Pounds, the lone back in the backfield for Caddo Mills. Look, taking his time tonight. We've used to seeing Caddo Mills run a lot more hurry up than they have today for sure.
Yeah.
Takes the snap, hands it to Pounds, runs forward. Not much, but he is out across the 20. Maybe a gain of 2 by Pounds.
Yeah, something that they said they wanted to stress to call the plays quick, but they just not done it thus far.
2nd down and 8 now. Caddo Mills at their own 22. Snap to Townley. Rolling right, throws it in the flat, caught by Bean. Bean's first catch of the day, and one of them saying incomplete. It is incomplete.
Yeah.
Would have been another Caddo Mills 1st down.
Yeah, those were those sideline routes. Everybody rolling to the right. Saldivar was open short too. I'm not sure what happened, if he lost it. The sun is kind of peeking out there. Maybe he got. I just don't know what happened there.
So 3rd down and 9, 5 wide for the Foxes. Townley in the backfield all alone. 3rd down and 9 from the 21 for Caddo Mills. Takes a moment, looks over the sideline to get the play call in. Play clock down to 5 now for Caddo Mills. Townley takes the snap, looking for a block, rolls right, looking downfield, trying to find somebody open. Nobody's there. Slings it across the middle of the field. It's going to be caught by Davis. Man, at the last moment,
you throw across your body
to the middle of the field, and Caden Davis has enough for a Caddo Mills first down. And I think Townley may also get a 15-yarder tacked on for roughing the passer, or is that against Caddo? And it looks like it's going against the Foxes.
An eligible man downfield.
Wow, what a killer.
Did
on top of that, man, Townley took a shot well after he threw the football and he didn't throw the flag.
Did it not look like that he maybe could have ran for that first down too?
Man, I don't know. There's just been not many running lanes all day for Townley, so they take the first down off the board for Caddo Mills. And it'll be third down. Caddo backed all the way up to their own 15-yard line. Third down and 14 now for the Foxes. Minute 34 to go in the half. Townley's going to drop back, throw across the field for Pounds. Needs a block. And will be short of the first down. Needed one more block. He did get across the 25-yard line as Townley hit Pounds out in the flat.
That's what happens when you go against a championship defense. That play's called against any other team. He probably takes it to the house. That's tough. But you did run some time off there, and you forced them to use their timeout, so they have no more timeouts left when they get the ball back here.
Man, the legal man downfield penalty was a killer on that drive for Caddo Mills. They would have had it first down and 10 from the 40.
Yeah, and then on top of that, the 2 turnovers. You've got to be if you're a Fox fan, you know you can play with this Pleasant Grove team because you've only beat yourself so far, in my opinion. And I know the trap play has been successful for them, but, man, our mistakes have definitely kept us behind the 8 ball.
So 4th down and 5 for the Foxes. Davis getting ready to punt. Your return man for the Hawks at about his own 45. That's going to be number 15, Jalen Broadley. Terrible punt.
Oh, no.
Must have got a piece of it. Live football in Pleasant Grove. I really don't know if Caddo Mills knew that it was a live football. And Pleasant Grove's going to have it at their own at the Caddo Mills 20. As the ball just went straight up in the air, and Caddo Mills was just kind of walking off the field.
Yeah, that was not good situational awareness there. That's a tough one to swallow. Now Pleasant Grove at the 20-yard line. Going in, if they get any points off of this, that's going to be killer.
Yeah, like we said in the pregame, man, you can't. I don't think Pleasant Grove's a team you want to chase very much. As they're already up 7, now you got to give them the football at their own. Now they're going to move it back to the 22-yard line. Had a chance to kind of have a turnover there as the punt went straight up into the air and actually fell on a Pleasant Grove player.
Yeah, it went across the line of scrimmage.
And I don't know if anybody knew it was a live football as Woodside's going to run, take the snap, hand it off to Johnson, right side, plants a foot, runs forward, and gets across the 15-yard line.
We need a turnover here. It sure would be nice if they fumbled the ball to us right now. Give us a present.
Yeah, right, the early Christmas present.
Yeah.
2nd down now for Grove, clock running, 52 seconds to go in the half. Woodside again. This time's going to toss it out to Broadley. He's going to have the first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily. About 43 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Fox's defense is still competing. They've spent a lot of time out there this first half.
So be first down, clock running, 35 seconds to go. First down and goal from the 10. Making guys miss. Finally gets him onto the ground. Clock's running with about 25 seconds to go.
No timeouts here, too. Justin had just said there's 20 seconds left.
May take a spike it here, maybe. He does. As Woodside's going to spike, it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 8 for the Hawks. 15 seconds to go in the half.
Well, one thing about the Foxes all year, they've never played to the scoreboard. So you've got to know that your Foxes are still in this game. If you can keep it close, especially going into the fourth quarter, that's all you can ask for against a championship team.
Absolutely. As it looks like we're going to have Rios trot out here and try to add on a field goal. Wynn's going to be at his back as he's kicking towards this north end of the end zone. Snap, hold, kick with the wind from up here is going to be good. So with 12 seconds to go, second quarter, it's now 24-14, Pleasant Grove leading Caddo Mills here in Royce City.
Do you kick the field goal there because you want to have an extra opportunity in case there's a fumbled snap or something? I'm surprised they didn't try. They had plenty of time to maybe throw one in the end zone.
You know, I kind of thought the way they've been running that stretch play so much, they may have tried to run it one more time. He could have stepped out of bounds, first and goal from the 2. And I don't know. I think at that point you're trying to get points.
Yeah, and that's big. Yeah, the only good thing for the Foxes right now is you know that you're still in this ball game and you get the ball coming in and out at the second half.
So 12 seconds to go, 24-14 Pleasant Grove here right before the half. It's just been a strange first half offensively. Only 7 points of offense for Caddo Mills through the first half of the football game. Of course, we haven't seen that happen all year in the regular season or the playoffs.
And I don't think they've played this caliber of a team
Absolutely
all year.
not.
If you were trying to compare maybe a Sunnyvale might be on that level.
Yeah, I mean, the Pleasant Groves is a whole different animal with the pedigree of championships, the D1 talent all up and down the field for these guys. I mean, you kind of knew what you were getting into. Yeah, Gilmer now leads Sunnyvale 22-0 out in Athens. Fumble on the play, picked up there. That's going to be Gavin Bean. And he's going to be, Aldridge. Thought that was a 1. Out across the 25-yard line. So 9 seconds to go before the half. Of course, Caddo Mills will get the football to start the second half.
Wish we could have that punt back. But you know what? The coaches aren't thinking about it. You know that they're not wanting the players to dwell on it. I fully suspect that the coaches will get in there and readjust, and we'll see a second half Caddo Mills Foxes team still gold ball hunting, and I'd look for them to have some success.
So now it's first down and 10, Foxes at their own 26-yard line. Townley here is going to be back in shotgun. He's going to fake the snap, throw it in the flat to Toomey.
That's their
going to plant a foot and get out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock with about 4 seconds to go, and that's a Caddo Mills first down.
3 timeouts left after a first half. That's unusual to see for the Foxes.
So first down and 10, Caddo at their own 37-yard line. Townley in shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Pounds back there with him. Waiting the snap. Snaps it to Pounds, makes a man miss, as that's going to be the final play of the second quarter. So both these teams will go to the locker room, try to figure it out. Come back with us. It's 24-14 Hawks here, halftime on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Hey there, Fox fans. Cody Hawkins here with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, coming to you tonight to talk about TX Steel, your premier custom steel builder, serving Hunt County and all surrounding communities. They're veteran-owned, and right now they're offering a 5% discount to teachers and first responders. Also, with any purchase, you get a free consultation. So call those guys and help them build your dream at 214-280-3264. And don't forget, folks, this spring, if the weather gets a little wicked, don't forget about TX Roofing for all your roofing needs. And if you see the owner, Gary, tell him you heard about it right here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network.
100 years ago, Texas UIL football began to define competitive spirit and tradition. And from that moment, we changed how the game was played. Our gridirons shaped legends. Our leaders went on to bring home national championships and Hall of Fame honors, shattering records, some still standing today. Texas is high school football. Deeply rooted in all generations, Fox Sports Southwest and the UIL proudly celebrate 100 years of Texas high school football. Presented by Jack in the Box.
Fox Sports Southwest. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
Hey, it's Kevin Mosier with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, and we want to thank Ken Parker Service for supporting the Caddo Mills football broadcast. Ken Parker Service is a Lennox Premier dealer, has been servicing Northeast Texas residential and commercial heating and air needs since 1977. I personally have been a longtime customer of Ken Parker and love my Lennox unit. It does a great job of keeping the house cool in the summer and warm in the winter. For all your heating and air conditioning needs, contact Ken Parker Service at 903-883-2829, and that's for Wesley Lade. Again, 903-883-2829.
Hey there, Fox fans. This is Cody Hawkins, one half of the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, inviting you to Alumni Sports Grill located in downtown Royce City. They've got everything you need for any sports you need. TVs, wall-to-wall, Mavericks, Rangers, Stars, and Cowboys. And don't forget, folks, it's college football on Saturdays and the big event, the NFL Sunday Ticket, wall-to-wall football on Sundays. Any team you root for, they've got the TV for you. Don't forget daily specials, including Wing Wednesday and Taco Tuesday. And if you do see the owner, Tim, tell him you heard about it right here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Hey there, Fox fans. Cody Hawkins, one half of the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Here to remind you that it's that time of year again, folks. It's football season, which also means it's grilling season. And there is not another place around to get your fresh cut sausage or hamburger patties or all the meats for your cowboy game or your tailgate party than Butcherman's Gourmet Sausage located in Burrow, Texas. The Mott family has the widest variety of fresh cut steaks, hamburger patties, and fresh made sausage anywhere around. Don't forget, folks, the jalapeno cheddar patties are out of this world. They're always fresh made at Butcherman Sausage located in Burrow, Texas. And if you go in there and you see the Mott family, tell them you heard about them right
100 years ago, Texas UIL football began to define competitive spirit and tradition. And from that moment, we changed how the game was played. Our gridirons shaped legends. Our leaders went on to bring home national championships and Hall of Fame honors, shattering records, some still standing today. Texas is high school football. Deeply rooted in all generations, Fox Sports Southwest and the UIL proudly celebrate 100 years of Texas high school football. Presented by Jack in the Box.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday night on Fox Sports Southwest. And we're back here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network here. Caddo Mills trails the Pleasant Grove Hawks 24-14 at halftime here at Donaghy Ford Field here at RCISD Stadium. Man, I tell you, a first half, a game that started with a scoop and score for Caddo Mills by Angus Aldridge gave the Foxes a 7-0 lead, and after that, man, every possession, every score has counted in this ball game as a Foxes have turned it over twice, and that's turned into 14 points for Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, you can definitely tell Pleasant Grove has been here in these type of games because they didn't get away from what they do best when they turned the ball over early. That coaching staff was patient. They grinded out, scored on 2 trap plays. And, of course, we've had our turnovers, and the big special teams here with the punt was a killer too. But I don't think the coaching staff was in there preaching about that, harping on it. They wanted to move on, and hopefully we can get a good second half here.
Of course, Caddo Mills did win the toss. They did defer, so they will get the football here to start this third quarter of play. And the second half, you know, there's really been nothing. The bread and butter of this offense has been the running of Townley and Pounds. And, man, there just have not been a lot of running rooms for Caddo Mills tonight offensively.
No, the wide receivers have got to do a better job of working for QB1. I know Townley had forced one bad throw there, but you've got to be able to do what's gotten you here. Force Pleasant Grove to guard you on every aspect of the field.
You know, one thing that the only connection really in the passing game, you've had Toomey targeted a few times. You know, Gavin Bean, no catches in the first half. That's one of Townley's big go-to guys. The only consistent receiver we've had in this game has really been Caden Davis.
Yes, and you'd like to see the running game, the quick passes. One thing that I don't think that the Foxes will do, and you hope they wouldn't, you don't want to try to get yourself into this with a gimmick play. Let's do what got us here. Run those quick passes, get those quick runs. It's there. We just have to be patient.
24-14 against a very good Pleasant Grove Hawk team, there was a miscommunication to special teams on a punt and all that, but not a killer. They got 3 points, but Caddo Mills is going to have to start scoring some points here. This one may get a little further down the review for Pleasant Grove.
Yes, you definitely feel good about yourself. You'd like to be in a better position, but if you were to tell me that we're 10 points and we're competing against a team that has been there, done that, won 2 out of the last 3 state championships, I'm trying to look at it positive here. You're in the game. Let's go. Let's strap it up. Let's play the best second half Caddo Mills has played all year.
So like we said, Caddo Mills this time moving right to left to start the third quarter. 10-point ball game here at Donaghy Ford Field, RCISD Stadium. Want to thank our sponsors, Donaghy Ford, Alumni Sports Grill, TX Roofing and Steel, 1885 Barbershop, Wrap Garage, Ken Parker Services, Butcher's Gourmet Sausage, Wrap Garage, and Marsh Brothers Electric, bringing you the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network this week.
Donaghy Ford Field here. That's a great field. His name is definitely on here for a reason. It's a great facility, and Roy City has done a great job hosting us thus far.
So return men now this time for Caddo Mills will be Davis and Jones. And he's back deep this time as Rios will kick it off from his own 40-yard line.
That's a bit of a change. Brewer's not deep for him.
Brewer, decent little return earlier, so that is kind of a different direction. Kick straight down the middle. Angus will take it about the 10. Tries to get to the 20. Gets across the 20, not before he's forced out of bounds with number 8, Corbin Shine of the Pleasant Grove Hawks. It'll be first down and 10 Foxes at their own 22-yard line.
Keys to the second half for success for the Foxes, Cody?
Man, I just think you have to take get some guys open downfield. There's just, besides the big play at the second quarter, Townley had a huge reception taken off the board to Davis. That would have been a first down. Just a lot of these penalties are costing you in the passing game.
Agreed.
So Townley comes out first down and 10 from his own 22-yard line. Hands it off to Baxter. Big hole. Tries to cut it across, but not before a gain of about 7 on first down. Man, I like the way that kid runs the football.
He's shown flashes in the playoffs. He's a bright spot for the Foxes.
Jumps right out. Actually, gain of only about 5. I thought he stretched it out, but it's now second down and 5 from the 27. Townley this time rolling right, has a man on the flat. That's Jet Saldivar. He's going to turn it on and get to about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, the Foxes are definitely trying
to do a little hurry up now.
Yes.
As Pounds is now checked back into the game. 4 wide now for Townley. First down and 10 Foxes at their own 39-yard line. 24-14. Pleasant Grove leads here. Early moments, third quarter. Pounds gets the rock, runs forward. And Progress may have got him a yard.
Yeah. I just want to remind everyone, too, 10-point deficit. You've seen how fast Van was able to get back into the game. So there's still an opportunity for us here.
So it'll be second down and 9 for the Foxes. They're going to kind of cool the Jets here, look over to the sideline, get a play call in. Ball's at the 41-yard line. Townley's going to be in shotgun with 4 wide, drops back, needs a block, gets it, slings it downfield. That's going to be a chop block.
Yeah.
And Bean just never had a shot at that one, but that's going to be a penalty against Caddo Mills anyway.
Yeah.
Townley saw the flag earlier and just kind of heaved one downfield. It was second down and 8 was the call.
So this is going to be a decision here. Pleasant Grove has got to mull over. Do you want third and long, or do you want second down? And
stops the clock with 10:40 to go, third quarter. It will be. They're going to take the penalty and go backwards, as they're going to make that on Jacob Hall.
Yeah, you've got to accept that penalty. That's a no-brainer. Now the Foxes are already backs against the wall here early in the second half.
Penalty takes it all the way back to about the Caddo Mills 26-yard line after the penalty.
I don't think we've had a chop block called on us all year.
Second down and 23. What's bad about that call is it happened right in front of the official.
Yes.
So 5 wide now for Townley. Trips on the far side, 2 down low. He's in shotgun. Takes the snap, rolls right, looking for a man downfield. Passes him and Davis just not on the same page there. Threw it in the flat
Looks like he was expecting Davis to roll out towards the sideline and not back towards the middle of the field.
Had 3 white jerseys out there in the flat as well. So now 3rd down and 23, Foxes back at their own 26-yard line. 10:34 to go, 3rd quarter.
You've got to stay patient. Do not get disgruntled. Even if you don't get this first down here, try to create some momentum.
So 4 wide receivers now. Townley's in shotgun along with Pounds. Now Pounds is going to run out here to the passing game. Townley drops back looking for a man downfield. Heaves it. It's Davis. Caught, but well short of the first down.
Yeah. Hey, you didn't
Just
get
maybe set you up for a longer punt here. I think Townley was kind of pleading to go for it. And the punt unit will run back onto the field here.
Well, I could understand why he'd want to stay out there, especially when your defense really hasn't stopped him out there. But, yeah, this is a smart move. You've got to punt the ball here. The wind is still going to be
kicking
here.
Against the wind this time. A north wind, pretty stout north wind's been around this ball game. We were down the field for pregame. Pretty strong north wind on the field level, but Davis – weird punt, live football. Caddo Mills has the football.
Unbelievable.
Trick play. Ricocheted punt off a Pleasant Grove player. And let's see the call here as the Pleasant Grove coaches have exploded next to us. That ball was well across the line of scrimmage, and it ricocheted off the ground. It was picked up by number 7, Hayden Rife for Caddo Mills. This would be a huge change of events.
So the ball crossed the line of scrimmage.
It is a first down for Caddo Mills. So the ricochet punt plays, I don't know if that was by design or not.
Think they drawed that one up at halftime?
I don't know, man. It looked – I don't know if you can do that or not, but it was the ball passed the line of scrimmage, hit a Pleasant Grove player in the knee, and was falling on onside punt.
Well, the football gods are definitely in our favor.
So it will be
right
a
now.
first down and 10. Caddo Mills now from their own 42-yard line after kind of the special teams, not really want to say a blunder, but a deflection. Townley's going to drop back, rolls left, looking downfield. Pass caught by Gavin Bean. Gavin's first reception of the game, and the Foxes are in Pleasant Grove territory with a first down.
You'd like to see Gavin build on that momentum, be patient. Yeah, you've only got one catch, but, hey, let's roll.
So first down and 10, Caddo Mills now at the Pleasant Grove 43-yard line, 9:41 to go, 3rd quarter.
Oh, we got a big man rolling out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to have to call a timeout here, Cody. Why are we waiting?
They're going to run one. They've got the
why are they?
The umps are staying on top of the ball.
We must have substituted, I guess. This is crazy. Why are we letting our – look, Coach Mack is throwing his headset off. That's ridiculous.
So 4 wide now for Caddo Mills. Trips to the far. Townley looking again. Has Toomey open and almost hit the defender right in the back as Townley had Toomey open for a moment.
Yeah,
and we've got a little extracurricular activity after the incomplete pass. Both teams kind of jawing as Connor Pounds trying to get this Caddo Mills home crowd here in Royce City into the ball game a little bit. It's now 2nd down and 10 Foxes at the Hawk 43-yard line with 9:35 to go, 3rd quarter.
I know it's a little cold, but if you want to stay warm here, it's easy to stand up and yell right now. They're needing all the energy they can get.
So 4 wide receivers now for Caddo Mills. Pounds in the backfield along with Townley. Fakes it to him, looks, has some time. Pockets getting noisy. Now he's running right, running out of real estate. Needs to just stow it and get it away and salvage yardage, and that's what he does.
Yeah,
Townley almost held on to that ball for about 2 seconds too long. And now it's 3rd down and 10 Foxes.
I almost would like to see Connor get the ball there on that run and just get a manageable 3rd down.
So now it's 3rd down and 10 for the 43-yard line for the Foxes. 5 wide, empty backfield on this 3rd down for Caddo Mills with 9:26 to go, 3rd quarter. Been a strange 3rd quarter to start. We've had an onside punt as Townley drops back, tries to survey the field. Nobody's there. Slings it dangerously. It's going to be caught. Gavin Bean comes up again with another Caddo Mills first down.
It looks like maybe Jet thought it was intended for him. He tried to go for it. It went over his head. That was
just a last-second heave there by Townley, who found number 11 for another Fox first down. And the drive continues for Caddo Mills. Hurry to the line. 4 wide for Townley. Pound gets it, stopped immediately. That big nose guard, big number 74, Cameron Weekly, into the backfield for Pleasant Grove with the tackle.
Yeah, he's like a big old bear. He wraps your arms around you. You're not going nowhere.
Will be a loss on the play for Caddo Mills. Loss of 1. Second down 11. Ball at the 28-yard line. 8:46 to go, third quarter.
That's unfortunate. That's the first time I've seen him get through there on a big impact play in the backfield.
So 4 wide receivers now for Townley. Drops back, takes the snap, surveys the field. Out of rolling right, may keep this and go. Plant and throw, makes the guys miss, man, but nothing there. Will be another loss there as Townley was looking for something on the right side of the field, which maybe trying to find Bean again over there.
Yeah, that's tough.
And he did hesitate quite a bit. It'll be no gain on the play.
So now here we go again, 3rd and 16.
3rd and 16. 3rd down and 16. Caddo Mills from the Pleasant Grove 33-yard line. They trail 24-14 here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network.
You in 4-down territory here, Cody?
I think so. Townley now 4 wide, trips far, 1 up top, all alone. Pounds in the backfield. Townley takes the snap, looks downfield, slings it, has a man open. Going to be well short of the first down. That's Saldivar.
You've got to go for it here.
As Jet Saldivar had the lone offensive touchdown for Caddo Mills back in the second quarter.
Well, Pleasant Grove is a deep substitution here.
It's 4th down and 5 Foxes. And
what are we doing here?
Caddo Mills snapped the football. I think Pleasant Grove had too many men on the field.
Yes. I mean,
there were 14 guys on the field for Pleasant Grove.
I get championship treatment, but, man, come on. Give us a good explanation here on what's going on. We didn't sub. If our offense doesn't sub, it's on them to get the number of players in before.
There it is. That'll be illegal procedure. Too many men on the field, I believe.
Nope.
They just blew it dead.
They just blew it. This is –
wow.
That's tough.
So 4th and 5 Foxes at the 22-yard line. 4 wide for Townley. Pounds in the backfield. 7:44 to go.
Free play.
Who knows? Throws it for Toomey. Touchdown! Oh, he dropped it. Had both feet in bounds for Toomey. We'll make sure it's going to be a fault. Had an offsides earlier in the ball game, a non-call that led to a Tyler Townley interception back in the second quarter. I thought for sure Toomey was going to have the catch and a foot down. If it is a false start, it'll be a first down for Caddo Mills. And it is going to be offsides. It will be a first down for Caddo Mills. Or they may measure this. There it is. First down, man. From the spot over there, he looked like he was short by a yard.
I can't tell. I think you may be right, though. They haven't.
No, they gave it to him. It is a first down. They're moving the chain. 7:37 to go. First down and 10 Foxes at the Pleasant Grove Hawks 17-yard line. Townley back in shotgun, 5 wide again. Takes the snap, looks, plant and throw. Looking for Bean, looking for Saldivar. Saldivar was held at about the 8-yard line, another non-flag.
Our back judge back there, I don't know how you don't see that.
I thought for sure Saldivar was held coming out of his break at about the 8-yard line.
You hate to be begging for calls, but these are pretty blatant. We've got to have never mind.
So 2nd down and 10, Foxes now at the PG 17-yard line, 24-14 Grove with 7:30 to go, third quarter. Townley back in shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Pounds back there with him. Townley drops back, now rolling right, design run, throws it a flat, plant, has a man. He slipped and fell, lost his balance. That was once again Jet Saldivar on the reception. Said his name a lot today in this ball game.
Jet's been money the second half, too. I like Jet's speed. He seems to find those open pockets there in the flat.
And if he could have kept his footing and planted, he had some green in front of him to maybe at least get the first down. It's 3rd down and 4 Foxes. Ball on the 11. Snap the football. Pounds is going to get it and just falls forward.
Yeah, I mean, it's 4th and
It's
manageable.
going to be 4th and manageable, maybe 4th down, and depending on the spot, maybe 4th and 2.
And here we go, substitution again.
Mass substitution now.
Snap it. That's a penalty.
And Townley snaps the ball again, and they're going to
call a timeout.
And they did, as Pleasant Grove took a timeout, but there is a
we've
flag
got a flag
on the field.
Here. And he's picking it up. No flag to see here, I guess.
Yeah. Thought that was the second time on this drive that Caddo Mills got Pleasant Grove with too many men on the field, and the penalty yardage would have been another Caddo Mills first down. Now they're saying Pleasant Grove took a timeout.
So what if you watch the pros, as somebody that normally does that is a Aaron Rodgers, he capitalizes on a defense that's trying, that that the Caddo Mills Foxes saw that as an opportunity and coached that up this week. That's still tough. I mean, you're giving them a timeout there. Now you've got, what, 4th and
well, it's not 4th and 8. The clock up there is wrong.
Yeah.
I have it 4th and 2 as well. We'll see. The scoreboard here is wrong at Royce City. They have 4th and 8. That is incorrect.
So let's talk about this offensive play here. You've got big guys up the middle. I don't think you can expect to get the first down up the middle.
The running game for the running back position for Caddo Mills has pretty much been non-existent all day long. I mean, Pounds has little burst here or there. 4th down and 2, man, I want it in my playmaker's hand. I want to trust Townley here to move around the pocket a little bit and maybe pick up another first down on this drive. Drive started with an errant punt by Caden Davis that was recovered by Caddo Mills. 6:42 to go, third quarter. 4th down and 2, Foxes from the PG9. Snap. Quarterback stretch, looks for it. He has the first down and more.
Yes!
Dives for the pylon.
That's a touchdown.
No, he called him out of bounds.
He called him out of bounds, and he's short. If that's the call, as Townley dove for the pylon, he has the first down. It'll be 1st and goal. Foxes now from the PG2. As maybe they're saying he may have launched from the 2, but it is 1st and goal. Foxes from the Pleasant Grove 2-yard line. Snap this time, looks to throw. Townley now trying to get outside the tackle box. Does. Oh!
No.
Almost intercepted. Thrown into triple coverage. And lucky.
I don't even want to imagine.
That was fixed to be a meeting at the football there. 3 white jerseys, and luckily it falls incomplete.
That one would have been tough to swallow. I'm not going to lie, especially when you thought he just dove in for the touchdown.
So now 2nd goal from the 2 for Townley and the Foxes. 6:29 to go, third quarter.
Home crowd.
Pleasant Grove still making mass substitutions. So now Townley's going to keep it himself. Needs a seam. Has it. Touchdown, Foxes. Tyler Townley responds with 6:25 to go in the third quarter. We're 1 point away from a field goal game in the regional playoff here in Royce City.
Defense.
Great drive, man. That took a lot of gas out of this Pleasant Grove defense.
6 minutes, too.
Yeah, 6-minute drive. Started with an errant punt. So now Roop to add on the extra point from the 10. Kick is up and kick is good. So it's 6:25 the third quarter. We have a single-score game here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network.
Welcome to Rap Garage. I'm WG356, and I'll be guiding you through this bad boy. Some of our deadliest designs. Climate-controlled environment. LED lighting. Custom installation. I know, right? Our installers are the heartbeat of the shop. Rap Garage. Simply different.
We're back here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. 24-21 Hawks. But the Foxes cut into the lead. A Tyler Townley touchdown from 2 yards out. Give us a 3-point ball game. That touchdown brought to you by 1885 Barbershop and Shave Parlor in downtown Royce City. So Pleasant Grove now. Caddo Mills just didn't go into a shell. Once again, they take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and get points the hard way. Had an errant punt off a player. It's still 22-7 Gilmore over Sunnyvale. So this has been a heck of a game as advertised. A lot of people thought this would be a close game today. And Caddo Mills trying to hang in at this time. Onside kick. Taken about the 40 as Ivy, number 34, punched it. And that's about the same starting field position Pleasant Grove's had all game long.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there you might want to commit to a full onside. That pooch kick I know has been successful for us. But it won't be against Pleasant Grove.
So now it's first down and 10, Hawks, ball at their 41-yard line. They still lead your Foxes 24-14, 6:25 to go, third quarter.
Cody, I think you see why the coaching staff all week felt pretty confident about their boys in the second half. Great response coming out.
So here come the Hawks onto the field. First down and 10. Woodside this time up under center. Takes the snap, going to keep it himself, dives forward.
Still gets positive yards.
And gets 1 or 2 yards. Number 7, Hayden Reif there, your tackler for Caddo Mills. That's the first time we've seen that, where Woodside just took the snap and kind of fell forward. Got 2. So it's second down and 8 for Pleasant Grove at their own 43-yard line.
Curious to see what some of the adjustments that they can make against that trap play. And playing football before, that's one of the toughest to defend.
So now Woodside this time under center. Quick little handoff to Broadley, trying to stretch it out. He doesn't get there. Tackler that time. Dumeyer's down there. Number 3, Savion Neal down there as well. Huge loss on the play for Pleasant Grove. It'll be now third down and 10 Grove.
So look at them to go to their money.
Look for that trap play right up the middle.
Yeah, and so on a trap, you got to look for those pulling guards. Those pulling guards will take you to the ball. You just have to trust it. Don't run upfield. Get in that inside pocket of that pulling guard.
So this time, Woodside breaks the huddle. Third down and 10 PG. He's going to actually drop back and throw. Doesn't have anybody open. Savion's got to get him on the ground. He does. Great open field tackle by Savion Neal.
Hello, Savion Neal. Welcome to the game. He probably saved that. He had a lot of dirt behind him.
Nobody open downfield for Woodside. Hasn't attempted a pass since way back in the third quarter. Has Jalen Woodside. And Caddo Mills is going to force a punt as Savion Neal, Johnny on the spot, made an outstanding textbook open field tackle to get Woodside on the ground.
I wish Grove was punting into the wind like we have been.
Strong north wind. Flags almost parallel. Punt goes straight down Broadway. Townley's going to take it at about his own 8. Makes a man miss across the 10 to the 15, almost to the 20.
That's a great return. He definitely kept them.
And the Caddo Mills sideline has come alive here in Royce City as well as his home crowd.
That's a turkey. That's a 3-and-out. That's the first one of the game.
At 3-and-out, brought to you by Butcherman's Gourmet Sausage over in Burrow. As Caddo Mills has the football back with 4:24 to go in the third quarter, down by 3.
And you could hear the excitement in my voice there. I think that is the first time we've stopped them besides the fumble.
The fumble, yeah. So now first down and 10 Foxes from their own 18-yard line. Townley's back in shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Pounds in the backfield with him. This time Pounds is going to get the football. Biggest hole of the game.
Ooh.
Gets to about – man, I thought that was going to be a lot more. That hole was there, and then it closed up quickly for Connor Pounds.
Martin is a beast on both sides of the ball.
I'm telling you, Oklahoma State, they're going to have a hard time where to play Martin, man. Don't know if it's going to be defensive or offensive. It'll be second down and 3, gain of 7 now for Pounds. Townley drops back, throws in a flat, has a man open down there. That's Gavin Bean for another Caddo Mills first down.
Well, hey, I like that. He didn't try to do too much, sat down and got the first down.
So now it's 24-21 Pleasant Grove. First down and 10 Caddo Mills from their own 31-yard line. 3:49 to go, third quarter. Townley ran to the line. Now he's looking back over to get the offensive play in. Clock running. Now we have the snap. Design run for Townley around the right side. Has a block out in front of him. Lowers his head and gets out of bounds so he crosses the 35-yard line. Not too many design runs today for Townley. But when it's there, he's made positive yards out of it.
Yeah, I agree. Just sitting here taking all – man, Royce City, what a great place here to play a playoff football game. This is fun.
So now gain of 5, second down and 5 Foxes from their own 36-yard line. 4 wide now for Townley. He drops back, rolls right, looking for a man, has it open in the flat. Saldivar.
Oh, sure-handed
hits
there.
Saldivar right in the hands, and that would have been enough for another Caddo Mills first down. Instead, it falls incomplete. It'll be third down and 5 Foxes from their own 36-yard line.
Not sure there. Of course, anytime it hits your hands, you call that catchable, right? Did look like it maybe was a little behind him, but
so 4 wide receivers now, Townley in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Could be another free play. This time going to air it to Davis and be caught.
Why did they shut this one down? Was there contact there?
False start against us.
Wow.
So they're going to call a false start against Caddo Mills. Man, that's a killer because it was 3rd down and 5.
I don't know about that.
We don't have a screen replay here. We are next to RCTV here in this booth, so maybe they will have a camera down the line, but it will be a false start against Caddo Mills. That'll move the ball back to about the 31-yard line and make it now 3rd down and 10, Caddo Mills.
Boy, you'd hate to think that was a coach's begging call over there on that sideline.
So here we go. Townley comes out, 4 wide receivers, trips down low, 1 up top, all alone. Takes the snap, rolls right, has a block. Nobody open downfield, trying to get it to Bean, is going to take the sack. And the ball's on the ground. They're going to say 4th down. He was trying to work something downfield to Gavin Bean. Gavin just could not get open. He was covered there, number 4, Hayden Kohler for Pleasant Grove, and just nobody got open downfield. So another punt coming up for Caddo Mills with 2:56 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Punting again in this north wind.
Return man now for the Hawks is number 15, Jalen Broadley. Caddo Mills be punting from about its own 20-yard line now is Davis. Play clock down to about 3. They're going to fake it. Thomason's going to have the football and have a chance to get the 1st down. Can he get there? First down, Caddo Mills on the fake punt. Jason Thomason. Depending on the spot, it's a Caddo Mills 1st down.
And you see Jay Thomason in the end zone, his dad. That is a proud papa right there.
So the 2nd time today on a punting situation, the Caddo Mills Foxes get another 1st down as Thomason had 2 choices. He had Caden Davis wide open for the reception. Instead, he ate it and had another Caddo Mills 1st down with 2:25 to go, 3rd quarter.
Great call by the coaching staff. Great execution.
So 1st down now, Pounds is going to take it and go right up the gut and gains about 2 on 1st down. Clock running, 2:18 to go, 3rd quarter. It has been an exciting 3rd quarter here in Royce City, to say the least. Number 5, Baxter now checks into the game for Caddo Mills. Exciting young player when he gets the ball in his hands. Townley's in shotgun, 4 wide receivers, trips down low. Takes it, rolling right, looking for a man downfield, makes the man miss, slings it across his body. Smart play, just gets it to Toomey for the reception. Took the safe route. Toomey curled back, was wide open about the 48-yard line, and Townley hit him.
Hats off to the offensive line. They've had a cadence here going on 1 and 2 and 3. That's discipline right there for those boys. Great throw and catch there, too, on the sideline like you were talking about.
So 3rd down and 3, Foxes from their own 48-yard line. Townley in shotgun. Baxter now checks into the backfield for the Foxes. 2 up top. He gets it. Plants his foot. Has a 1st down and more. Baxter's in Hawk territory across the Grove 45-yard line. It's 1st down and 10, Foxes. And they're in Hawk territory here again in the 3rd quarter.
Offensive line doing a great job. Those are some big men on that other side for the Grove. They're taking them where they want to go. Great job.
So 1st down and 10, Caddo Mills. Townley in shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Baxter in the backfield. Plenty of time on the play clock for Townley. Snaps it straight back, looks downfield. Throws it downfield again for Toomey. Oh, my God.
That's tough.
That's a tough call there. Should have looked to be a pass interference as he was all over Toomey's back.
So we don't get that. They're going to assume that is just that his feet got tangled up. That's the only explanation why that's not called.
Man alive. I think even the people here in the replay booth thought that should have been a penalty. Instead, it's now 2nd down and 10, Foxes from their own 45-yard line. 3 wide receivers. Townley's in shotgun. Now Baxter, Toomey now back there with him. Takes the snap, blitzes on, steps forward, 45, makes a man miss 40, lowers his head and is almost close to another Caddo Mills 1st down is Tyler Townley. It'll be 3rd and maybe an inch.
This is why the coaches preach, do not worry about what the officials may call or not call. Coach Crane has been adamant about that. You see why.
It's third and a short one now for Caddo Mills from the Hawk 36-yard line. Snap straight away. Townley has the first down and more out across the 30-yard line. So 46 seconds to go, third quarter. It's now 1st and 10, Caddo Mills from the 30. I think Pleasant Grove thought they were going to sashay in here after halftime. Yeah. Caddo Mills just will not go away. First down and 10 at the 30. Shotgun formation for Townley. Pounds in the backfield with him. 4 wide. Takes the snap. Throws it to, once again, pass is caught this time. New receiver, number 15. That's Jaden Lemonin with the reception there for Caddo Mills.
Cody, that number 6 Martin of Pleasant Grove, whether you play him and at the next level on either side of the ball, they are going to get a special player. That guy has closed in quick.
And it looks like we're just going to take this to the fourth quarter. Come back with us. 3-point game, fourth quarter here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network.
100 years ago, Texas UIL football began to define competitive spirit and tradition. And from that moment, we changed how the game was played. Our gridirons shaped legends. Our leaders went on to bring home national championships and Hall of Fame honors, shattering records, some still standing today. Texas is high school football. Deeply rooted in all generations, Fox Sports Southwest and the UIL proudly celebrate 100 years of Texas high school football. Presented by Jack in the Box.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday night on Fox Sports Southwest.
And we're back here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Fourth quarter time here at Donaghy Ford Field at RCISD Stadium. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 Foxes from the Pleasant Grove 24-yard line. Speaking of games that's kind of gotten tight, Gilmer now only leads Sunnyvale 22-14. They're in the third quarter. So both Sunnyvale and the Foxes not going away quietly on some of these more favored programs, I think you might say.
District 6 is representing themselves very well right now.
So 2nd down and 4 now for Townley. 4 wide receivers. Pounds in the backfield. Townley's going to roll right. Keeps it himself, looking for a man downfield. Slings it. Had Saldivar for a moment. And just kind of a tight throw. Coverage by Kohler again.
Yeah, there's not much there. Yeah.
Not much there. You know, I think once again he was trying to work something downfield for Bean. And Bean just not been able to kind of fight through some really good coverages.
Yeah, this is tough. You almost hate that was a third quarter break there.
Yeah. 3rd down and 4. Fox is the 24-yard line. 3 wide receivers. Townley's in shotgun. Takes the snap. Pounds has it. Lowers his head and stacked up and goes nowhere. Gets across. May have lost a yard. Kind of a weird play there as Caddo Mills is going to go for it. Don't blame them. It's 4th down and 4. Kind of a weird play to run. Pounds that's that big monster again. Cameron Weekly there for Pleasant Grove that got in the background, and he just causes chaos in the backfield. So 4th and 4 for Townley. 5 wide receivers, 2 up top, trips down low. He's in a shotgun formation. Tried to hard count there. I think that's a couple times they've tried that today. Not fooling Pleasant Grove that time. Play clock down to about 7 now for the Foxes. Townley takes the snap. Looks, has some time in the backfield. Has a man wide open. It's Gavin Bean. Touchdown, Caddo Mills! Townley to Bean. The only defender from Bean was over here in Bucky's parking lot, and the Foxes take a fourth quarter lead. He was getting him I cannot believe how wide open he was. Holy cow.
Now I'm kind of
getting him a slushie and some beaver nuggets over there at Bucky's.
You're too much, man.
Holy cow. You talk about walking the dog. Townley to Bean. And the Foxes lead 27-24 here in the fourth quarter.
Whoever's listening, put some respect on that QB right there. QB1, Tyler Townley is not a one-dimensional quarterback.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 11:04 to go in the fourth quarter, Caddo Mills now leads 28-24 here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. And we're back here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. 28-24 as Townley hit Gavin Bean. And I'm not exaggerating if you're just listening to the audio feed. Bean was so wide open at about the second L in Bulldogs down here in this north end zone. He was wide open. And the connection that's been the bread and butter for this offense all year long, finally in the fourth quarter, we're getting something going here.
Yeah, when talking off air there, Justin had made a great point. It looks like maybe they were spying Townley, and that whole left side was wide open. It was great design, great execution.
So now it's kicking off here for the Foxes. Once again, that's going to be Ivy again. Great kick down the field. Taken by number 1, Johnson, about his own 2. He's moving this direction, trying to make some guys miss. He almost gets to his 20, but he's short. And all the momentum in this ball game has shifted back to the green and white sideline here in the second half.
That's a young Fox right there, Baxter too, right? Number 5 that just made that tackle. And I see him, it looks like he's going to get some play on defense too.
So now be first down and 10, Pleasant Grove at their own 20. 10:58 to go, fourth quarter. Your Foxes lead 28-24 here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. That last touchdown brought to you by Wrap Garage over there in Caddo Mills. Want to thank those guys for their sponsorship this year. Woodside comes to the line this time under center. Drops back, quick little toss play again. That's number 15. That's Broadley. And Caddo Mills, man, now you're starting to get a lot of that swagger on that defensive line you had back in the first quarter.
Yeah, but you got to look out for the over-aggressiveness. Look for that trap play. You know that they're going to, especially when they feel threatened, they're going to go back to their bread and butter.
Gain of 1, second down and 9 now for PG at their own 21-yard line. Caddo Mills leads 28-24, 10:30 to go, fourth quarter. Woodside's going to drop back and pass. Throws it in the flat. It's going to have a first down.
Good play call.
As Thomason went in there, and PG was able to make it to break the tackle. That's number 6, Nick Martin. Of course, we've said his name a few hundred times now on both sides of the ball for PG.
And it looks like he's wanting to take himself out too. That's a great job by the Foxes because somebody of that caliber, you got to get on him quick. Don't let him breathe, so to speak, with his feet. Great open field tackle.
So first down and 10, Hawks at their own 30. First down and 10. Clock's moving now under 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Woodside breaks the huddle. He's under center. Quick little snap this time. He's going to throw it again. He's going to be sacked. That's Baxter. That's that young Fox again.
We highlighted it that he was staying out there on defense. I would have liked to have seen that ball pop out, but still a positive play.
And Baxter, number 5, looks like he was shot out of a cannon for a Caddo Mills Fox sack. It's a 4-yard loss, makes it second down and 14. Luckily, he got there, as Justin said. There was a receiver wide open. Woodside's going to break the huddle again, has a man in motion, fakes it. That's that trap play. And Caddo Mills now starting to defend that trap play. It'll be third down and long coming up for the Hawks with 9:10 to go in the ball game. 3rd and 12. And this Caddo Mills Fox stands are starting to kind of come alive again. Number 5, Adrian Baxter, still in at linebacker for Caddo Mills. 3rd down and 12 for PG at their own 28-yard line. Caddo Mills leads 28-24 here in the fourth quarter. Woodside snaps, going to pass again. Blitz is open, going to overthrow. Savion interception! Savion Neal with the interception! And the Foxes will have the football at the Pleasant Grove end of the field. Holy cow! The heat was brought on by number 9, Brian Jones of Caddo Mills. And man, the never do say die attitude of these Foxes. They have a chance to,
shock the world.
Shock the world here.
Better settle down and get a score here.
Man, Savion Neal with possibly the play of the year for Caddo Mills. The blitz was on by Jones. Forced the Woodside throw to be overthrown, and Savion with the pick. 1st and 10, Caddo Mills at the Hawk 41-yard line. Snap back to Townley. Plenty of time. Looks to sling it downfield. Looking for somebody to make a play. Thought Bean was going to have the one-handed play.
Well, that one actually looked like legit coverage there, too. There was no flag. It was a great job by both Gavin and I couldn't see that number.
That was number 4 again. That was Kohler.
Yeah, that's a great job. Both guys competing there.
So 2nd down and 10, Foxes at the PG 41-yard line. 4 wide receivers for Townley. Pounds in the backfield. Takes the snap. Pound gets it. Big hole up the middle.
No.
Finally wrestled down number 7. Gage Silvers on the tackle there for Pleasant Grove.
Martin again on cleanup. That dude closes so fast. I wish you guys could see it in person. That is an athlete right there.
So 3rd down and 8 now for Caddo Mills at the Hawk 39-yard line. 4 wide receivers. Pounds in the backfield. Drops back, has a man open down the field. It's going to be Davis. It's going to be, knocked away. Had Davis open, it would have been another Fox 1st down. As Davis was sliding. Man, big play there.
Did he get his hand on it? I couldn't see.
He did. He knocked it away. Yeah, it was clean. It was all ball.
I just didn't know if it was a drop or he had got it knocked out.
That was Reese Elrod on the knockaway there for Pleasant Grove, number 21.
Kid's a player.
So now Townley, 4 wide receivers, 4th down and 8 from the 39. Set up the wheel route. Nothing was there. Has a block. Now, here we go. He's going to run for it. Townley's going to have the 1st down, 35 to the 25.
I cannot believe it. This man,
Tyler
Townley has definitely put the Caddo Mills Foxes on his back.
Had a wheel route taken away. They ran the wheel route with Pounds down low, and PG flying that 2nd defender over there to shut down the wheel route, left the flat wide open. It's 1st down and 10 Caddo from the 25-yard line of the Hawks.
Yeah, that fatigue right there, making the defense and those decisions, that's what you get out of it. Great play call, great execution.
So 1st down and 10 from the 25 for Caddo Mills. Townley's in shotgun, 4 wide receivers, takes the snap, Pounds gets it along the right side, plants his foot, makes a man miss. That might have been a play just for everybody to calm down and let's run the clock a little bit.
Catch your breath.
Yeah. That was
Man, I see the sportsmanship there. We're going to lose a lot of our energy trying to help them big boys of Pleasant Grove off the ground.
It was a gain of 3 for Pounds. 2nd down and 7. Caddo Mills from the Pleasant Grove 22-yard line. Foxes lead 28-24. 7:17 to go in the ballgame. Townley's going to take the snap, design run, makes a man miss across the 20. 15, slides down, has another. Caddo Mills 1st down at about the 15-yard line.
Stays in bounds, too.
Yeah.
That's a smart play right there.
So now Caddo Mills, 6:59 to go in the ballgame. 28-24. Townley hit Bean for the go-ahead score at the 8-minute, 15-second mark. So now it's 3rd down and 1. As Townley fell down a little short of the sticks. You got 2 times to get 1 yard, you would think.
I'd like to see Baxter in maybe, but Connor Pounds, it's your bell cow.
Clock running, about 9 seconds on the play clock now. 3 wide for Caddo Mills. Pounds back there with him. He takes the snap, lowers his head, and will have the 1st down
forward
on the 2nd effort.
And that was their big man, 74 on that.
Number 74, Cameron Weekly. Wish they had heights and weights on this Pleasant Grove team. 6:20 to go. Clock's running. 1st down and 10 Foxes now from the Pleasant Grove 14-yard line. Man, 4 wide now for Caddo Mills. Pound still in the backfield. Think you're going to see Caddo Mills again not snap that ball again until we get into single digits on the play clock for sure. Letting the game breathe a little bit here, guys. Saldivar goes in motion at the last second. Townley takes the snap, option play to Pounds, lowers his head, gets across.
Stay in bounds.
Tries to stay in bounds.
You got to stay in bounds there.
As the pitch to Pounds.
You got to stay in bounds.
Saldivar, they set up that jet sweep, faked it to him. Pounds was open here for the pitch in the flat. He did get knocked out of bounds. It'll be second down and short now for Caddo Mills. Number 13, Carson Davis now checks in for Caddo Mills. Second down and 3 for the Foxes. 5:46 to go in the ball game. 3 wide now. Kind of a tight set, kind of a jumbo package on second down and 3. Townley's going to take it, fakes it to Pounds, gets a block, throws it in the flat by Davis, has it incomplete, and Townley took a shot there at the end.
That was a dangerous pass.
And that was a dangerous hit as well. So it'll be third down and 3 with 5:41 to go, fourth quarter. Ball on the 7-yard line for Caddo Mills.
I need your best 3rd and 3 right now.
That's right. Man, number 6 is the one that came in and just really set Townley down there. Kind of a dangerous hit by him as well.
Yeah. Justin brought up a great point. 2 down territory?
Yeah, 3 down now. Second down and 3. He's going to throw it in the end zone. Davis going to fight for him, just overthrown him. That was number 15, Broadley, that forced the errant throw.
It looks like there was miscommunication there, too. Coach Mack didn't like that play call. Do you take the point? It's fourth down here. Do you take the points?
Well, you got 3 timeouts. I think Mack is they're going to keep it out there for right now. This has worked so many times. Do you run up there with a hard count? The clock's not running. Do you go up there with a hard count, maybe get them to jump and then take a timeout and kick the field goal? Because that makes it a 7-point game.
Yeah, I like the strategy there.
Maybe go up there and hard count it. They don't jump.
Ooh,
there it is.
Like he jumped.
Looks like he jumped. And they didn't call it. Townley now running for his life. He's going to look to take the sack. So once again, they don't call the offsides.
Oh, my God.
That's unless I'm missing something here.
No.
I thought Caddo Mills went up there and hard counted them, and it will be Pleasant Grove first down at about the 10-yard line. So I thought that may have worked to a T. I thought Caddo Mills was going to draw them off sides. And it looks like that was the play. But I guess what's happening here is maybe when you do draw on that center snapping that ball too quick. Maybe he needs to just take a shot.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So now it's first down and 10, Pleasant Grove from their own 15-yard line. Caddo Mills leads 28-24. This time, Woodside, kind of a fumbled snap, but he actually was able to get it off in the toss.
Yeah, it's that quick pitch outside. They're going to test the edge here. Now our defense, this is you got to bow up here. And
that was 15, Jaden Broadley. Gain of 5, second down and 5. Now a ball on the 19-yard line. Needed points on that drive for – I think the play, man, was to try to draw them off sides, and they haven't got that call many times tonight as Woodside's going to break the huddle for Pleasant Grove. Takes the snap, drops back for a pass, has a man open. Now it's trying to go away, and Woodside's going to take he's going to be short of the first down. It was second down and 5. He was trying to get the ball deep, but Thomason had great coverage downfield. Clock's moving, 4:41 to go. Pleasant Grove, 2 timeouts, Caddo Mills 3. Third down and 2 now for the PG Hawks at their own 23-yard line. Caddo leads 28-24, 4:24 to go, fourth quarter. Woodside's going to take the pitch. Has the first down and more of the outside across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, we're running upfield there. While we're 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, he's gaining there. That was a tough one.
So Brian Jones made the tackle there along with Thomason for Caddo Mills. Clock's now running. First down and 10, Hawks from their own 30. Plenty of time to go for Pleasant Grove. We know they can score in a hurry. Caddo Mills has dominated this second half of football. And now Pleasant Grove starting to kind of take its time a little bit as Woodside breaks the huddle. He's up under center. Takes the snap, runs it right up the middle. Hall was there first along with Dumeyer to get him on the ground.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove.
That was number 1, Johnson again.
Pleasant Grove is thinking right now that
this is it. Yeah,
this is it.
We're going to win the game on this drive.
Yep.
So it's gain of 3, second down and 7. Pleasant Grove back at their own 33-yard line. Caddo leads with 3:29 to go in the ball game, 28-24.
Watch the trap here.
As Woodside comes to the huddle this time, is going to toss it this way. Sweet play. Haven't seen that much today. Huge play there by Pleasant Grove. And it's a first down as the Hawks are almost to midfield. Hayden Kohler that time. He hadn't touched the ball all game long till right then. And it's a huge play for Pleasant Grove. Clock's running with 3:08 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, that's tough.
So Woodside comes up this time under center. First down and 10. Pleasant Grove at its own 49-yard line. Woodside's going to take the snap, toss this time. That's going to be loss of about 2 that time. That was Kohler again.
Yeah, they found something with that. I guess that's an offset pitch to the weak side, right? I mean, they've been strong all game, and now the fourth quarter they want to go weak.
But that time, that was Angus Aldridge there on the tackle now. Caddo Mills will out of position here. As Woodridge going to try to throw the ball. Has a man downfield wide open. Thomason lost containment, and that's going to be a Pleasant Grove touchdown. As Thomason lost containment, the man was running downfield wide open. And Pleasant Grove takes the lead. It's now 30-28 Hawks with 2:23 to go in the ball game.
We've got 3 timeouts. We've got the ball. This is obviously your season coming up. You wouldn't want it any other way, right?
So it's first down. It looks like, let's see here. There goes the quarterback running off the field. No, I'm talking about maybe going for 2. As the receiver got behind Thomason, he was open for days back there. And it looks like it's going to be an extra point away from making this a 3-point ball game, and it's going to be good. So with 2:23 to go in the ball game, it's now 31-28 Pleasant Grove here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network.
Hey Fox fans, this is Mark Sweeney, one half of the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, inviting you to a true old school barbershop, but with a modern twist. I'm talking about 1885 Barbershop Shave and Parlor, located in downtown Roy City. They're a barbershop that practices the old school ways of a hot towel and a straight razor shave. The main thing is, you feel like you belong right when you walk in the doors, no matter who you are. Support your local barbershop, and when you see the guys, tell them you heard it right here on the Fox Radio Network.
And we're back here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network now. 31-28, Pleasant Grove just took the lead as Woodside found Corbin Shine on the reception for a Pleasant Grove touchdown that makes it 31-28 Pleasant Grove with 2:23 to go. Caddo Mills, all 3 timeouts remaining. And for this 2020 senior class, this is the drive, man. This is the ball game. This is to move on.
This is all those youth practices, mom and dad's taking the kids each and every weekend. This is what you want, the opportunity to go win a high school playoff football game when it matters, and it's right here.
Most of this crowd standing here at Donaghy Ford Field here in Roy City ISD. Great deep kick there by Pleasant Grove, taken about Aldridge. Fumbles the football. Luckily to fall on it, gets across the 20-yard line, so almost disaster for Caddo Mills as Gilmer now pulls ahead of Sunnyvale 29-14. And they're in the fourth quarter there in Athens as well.
It's what a chain of events. You got a warm, fuzzy feeling down here less than 3 minutes ago.
After the Savion Neal interception, you kind of thought, man, a touchdown puts this away. And then, man, I'm kind of like Justin, don't want to blame a lot on the refs, but how close can you get to drawing a team off sides the many times we've seen Caddo with Pleasant Grove today? So it's first down and 10 Foxes back at their own 21-yard line. Townley was back in shotgun, low snap, plenty of time. Now the blitz is on. He's looking for a block. He's not going to get it, trying to make it up on his own. Trying to throw something downfield to Davis and is overthrew him.
Yeah, that was good coverage there, too, by number 15.
That's Broadley. Broadley on Davis.
Yeah, you're going to, see two safety sets. You can't depend on the long passes. We got plenty of time, 3 timeouts. Let's get the short passes, and let's march downfield.
So second down and 10 now for the Foxes at their own 21-yard line. 2:10 to go. They trail 31-28 here in this regional playoff game against the Pleasant Grove Hawks. Townley back in shotgun this time, drops back, takes a huge sack, design run from the get-go. That's 74 Cameron Weekly as he shed the blocker pretty quick. He's still not getting up. That's number 66, Dylan Sides.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do there. That's been a playmaker for him all year, and it showed up at a great time on there. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout here.
Yeah, you'd have to, man. Just everybody's kind of needs to blend. I think that deal there was they kind of were just coming full blitz because they felt like, I mean, if Townley gets past Weekly, he's got a huge gain. And now from a 4th and 5 from the 7 to you're fighting for your lives down here at your own 15.
It's amazing how fast the game can swing. Momentum. It's something hard to swallow being on this side of it, but hey, we've got an opportunity here. A lot of things can happen for us.
So it's now 3rd down and 16. Foxes back at their own 15-yard line. They trail 31-28 by the Pleasant Grove Hawks this time. It'll probably be an empty backfield for Caddo Mills. It's going to be 5 wide receivers. Townley back there all alone. And he's going to snap the football, looking downfield. Needs 16 yards for a first down. Slings it. Has a man. It's Saldivar. And that'll be a Caddo Mills first down as Townley hits Saldivar.
Did he get out of bounds too? Was that Salvador or was that
That's
Bean?
4.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So Saldivar. So that's under 2 minutes. Nobody's faking an injury. We just have to go first down and 10. He seems to be – who is that down there?
Is that Dylan Sides? I can't tell.
He was the one that took the big hit from Weekly. So it was Townley hit Saldivar in the flat. It's first down and 10 Caddo Mills. It was actually 3rd down and 16. Ball's on the 34-yard line. So Townley knew he was going to take a shot and just stayed in the pocket till once again, finally, Saldivar kind of flashed in front of his eyes. So we'll be first down and 10 Foxes now from the 34-yard line. Minute 41 to go. Caddo Mills 2 timeouts.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time on the clock. 4 wide this time. Pounds checks back in at running back for Caddo Mills. Trips down low, 1 up top. Townley takes the snap, drops back, looks, pressures on. Trying to find something downfield and just slings it.
Yeah, that's tough. There's
just tons of white jerseys in the backfield. There's just nothing you can do.
No, they're blanketing everything. It almost seems like they're playing with more than 11 just with that speed.
Yeah. So 2nd down and 10 now for Caddo at their own 35-yard line. Minute 31 to go in the ball game. They trail 31-28. 5 wide now, empty backfield again for Townley. Play clock down to about 14 now. Drops back. We'll see. It'll be false start against Caddo Mills. So not much you want to – looks like they're going to call that on the receiver over there. Not too sure if that was Toomey or Saldivar that jumped over there. So stops the clock with a minute 31 to go. It's 2nd down. Now they're back to the 30-yard line, so 2nd down and 15 for Caddo Mills. 5 wide again, same personnel on the field for Townley. Takes the snap, drops back, has a block, pocket's pretty clean. Slings it across the field to Davis, has the first down and more, 45-40. Caden Davis with a huge reception. It'll be a first down and 10 for Caddo Mills in Pleasant Grove territory. They'll stop the clock momentarily to move the chains.
You got 2 timeouts here.
You can still breathe. Don't panic. 4 wide receivers now for Townley. Pounds in the backfield. Drops back. Has a block. Looking downfield is Townley. Looks to throw it. Has it to Davis. Almost intercepted. We can't get that call all day long.
Yeah, they're letting them play, obviously.
That was Broadley again.
I mean, he had
hands to the face. I mean, we can't seem to get that call when the ball's in the air.
It's not like they don't. They have to feel like they owe us a few too there. So come on.
I think Townley's tried to draw that and has not been able to get that all game long. So now it's 2nd down and 10 Foxes from the Pleasant Grove 38-yard line. Minute 7 to go. Hawks lead the Foxes 31-28. So kind of a different formation now for Townley. He's in shotgun. Now Saldivar's in the game at receiver. Quick blitz. Townley can't take a sack
Get
here.
away.
And he gets thrown for a huge loss on 2nd down. as Townley takes a huge sack. You cannot have a sack on that play, as that's knocked you out of any. That's this is a 3rd down and long, definitely 2-down territory, as Townley takes a huge sack on 2nd down for Caddo Mills. He's out, took the sack over on the other side of the 50-yard line. So, minute 59 seconds to go, 1 timeout remaining for Caddo Mills. They're down by 3.
Yeah, Shaw there, number 45. He's a physical player. He's been creeping around all game long, and that time he was actually able to grab and hold on. You know, one of those times we've seen this Fox offense be resilient. This would be another good time to show that you can get yourself out of a hole. We've been on 3rd and longs before.
Yeah, 3rd down and 23 for Caddo Mills. 1 timeout remaining.
This is what you wanted, an opportunity here. This is great. We just got to keep our composure here. Know
2 plays for 23 yards.
get a 10-yard route here, something to make it 4th and manageable.
So 3rd down and 23 for Townley. 5 wide receivers, drops back, looks downfield. Now he's on the move. Now he's going to run 45 to the 40, gets out of bounds.
That's what you wanted. That's a 14-yard run.
14-yard run. It will be 4th down with about 51 seconds to go. So as Townley got loose in the open field and smartly got out of bounds. So it's now 4th down and 8 Foxes from the PG 36-yard line. 51 seconds to go in the ball game. 5 wide again for Townley. And it's going to be a timeout for Pleasant Grove. So you'd have to think, obviously, if Caddo Mills does not convert here, it's going to be the ball game.
Yeah, this is definitely your ball game. Pleasant Grove does a great job there too. Almost like icing the kicker, I guess. I'd like to see the Foxes run up there and run a play there. That's what they're great at, is just that quick, fast pace. So definitely gives an opportunity for Coach Mack to draw up what he'd like to see. Obviously, we've been hitting the routes here on the side. Maybe see Tyler. We've seen him do it numerous times.
Yeah.
Pull it in and get you a 1st down with his legs, but it's going to be hard against this Pleasant. You know, that's what they're expecting.
Yeah, because you kind of think that possibly, Pleasant Grove may play. I don't want to say a home run coverage is a little extreme. It's only 4th and 8, but you never know, man. This is a situation with PG, kind of a pick your poison type situation, as the the Pleasant Grove timeout is over. So the Fox is back on the field, 4th down and 8 for Townley. He'll be in shotgun with 5 wide receivers. Ball game here if Caddo Mills doesn't convert. And he's looking over sideline, play clock, plenty of time for Townley. Play clock's coming in. Now it's 9 seconds on the play clock. Townley waits the ball. He has it, drops back, looks for a man downfield, has Bean, open middle of the field. Caught! Yes! Gavin Bean, another Caddo Mills 1st down.
We live to play another game, gentlemen.
Down, you mean?
Down, sorry. Sorry, yeah.
So Townley hit Bean, who was wide open in the middle of the field, for another 1st down. It's 1st down and 10, Caddo. 4 wide receivers for Townley. Trips down low. Cannot take a sack here. Throws it in the flat. Luckily, Saldivar knocked the ball down, or that would have been intercepted.
That would have been
Number 20, B.J. Rayfield out in the flat. Man. 32 seconds to go, 31-28, Pleasant Grove. Caddo Mills just converted another 4th down to have the ball on the 26-yard line of the Hawks. Townley looking to the sideline. 1 timeout for each team remaining. Everybody in the stadium's on their feet, whether it's visitor or the home side. Townley drops back. Looking, can't take a snap, steps forward, on the move, has the 1st down, may have more, 10, 5,
go score,
go, touchdown, yes! Touchdown Foxes, wait for the replay, touchdown Caddo Mills, Townley scores with 20 seconds to go, and Superman's in the building here in Royce City. Wow.
Cody, your voice has never sounded so sexier than right now.
Tyler Townley.
Sorry, I had to say that.
Open in the middle of the field. and gets to the pylon. And Caddo Mills, with 20 seconds to go, lead this thing 34-31. At one time, it was 3rd down and 23 from their own 48. Kick is up, kick is good.
Number 2, Superman.
We're going to take a timeout here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network.
Hey there, Fox fans. This is Mark Sweeney here with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. If you're looking to give your home a fresh new look, possibly protect your foundation with seamless gutters, or in need of a quality fence, we've got the right company for you. That's right, I'm talking about Field of Greens. They're locally owned and proudly support Caddo Mills ISD. Receive a free quote by contacting Sean Pruitt at 469-534-9473. When you do, be sure to mention if you're a veteran, first responder, teacher, or faculty member to receive your discount. Again, that number to call, 469-534-9473.
And we're back here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network here. Had to catch our breath a little bit as Townley scores to give Caddo Mills the lead, 35-31, 20 seconds to go. It'll be kicking off now to Pleasant Grove.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. That Caddo Mills sideline has exploded. Of course, Pleasant Grove needs no introduction in the state of Texas. They're the 2019 state champion, 2018 runner-up, and 2017 state champion. So,
where do you store that stuff at in your head?
I'd like to find out. So Roop will kick it off from his own 40-yard line, 20 seconds to go. Smartly ricocheted off a Grove player. Ball may still be on the ground, as it took 4 seconds off the clock.
Well, if just like the rest of the game, I wouldn't think it would go our way on the pile.
We better tackle.
So it's now 1st down and 10, Pleasant Grove. 16 seconds to go. Each team has one timeout remaining. And this sideline starting to come alive here, this crowd.
Cody, both you and I were talking about some of the defensive players, not to name the names, were feeling down on themselves about the previous possession. Now they've got the opportunity to redeem themselves again. 16 seconds, you got to be smart. Don't make a dumb penalty, right?
Not only that, but you can't let a receiver behind you.
Correct.
At this point, we know Woodside's not going to burn you. He's not going to drop a 70-yard bomb. That's not their offense. Keep him in front of you. It's 1st down and 10, Grove from the 39-yard line. Wrap up, get them on the ground. Each team still has one timeout remaining. Long timeout over for the Hawks. Both sides were on their feet. Guys, I've done this a long time, and this is probably the best game I've ever done, for sure.
It's a pleasure to call the game with you up here.
Nutty game today, man. 1st down and 10.
Look at this.
Pleasant Grove. Strange formation for Caddo. Almost kind of daring.
Be smart.
Fixing to say, Caddo Mills only had 10 guys on the field.
Wow. What are we doing here?
They move the ball to the right hash now. But, yeah, and here comes another guy off the field as they took Jones out and put Connor Pounds back to the ball game. So here we go. Woodside under center. Drops back, looking to throw, trying to heave it downfield, has it in the flat. Clock's running, 11 seconds to go, and he gets out of bounds with 8 seconds. So Woodside hit Jaden Broadley out in the flat. It is a 1st down.
Time for 2 more plays.
But it's a touchdown. Touchdown to take the lead. It's 35-31 Foxes over the Pleasant Grove Hawks here with 8 seconds to go in this regional ball game. Hooks and ladders, Statue of Liberties, the emancipation of whatever that was, this Fumblerooski, the Holy Roller.
Thanks for the Van Vandals preparedness for that.
Immaculate reception as Woodside's going to snap it. Looks to throw downfield, 5 seconds to go. Ooh. Pass falls incomplete, 3 seconds.
Cody, I'm sorry. If that play develops, that was scary.
Pass intended that time, Sam Bradshaw, your intended receiver. 3 seconds to go. 3 seconds to go, and Pleasant Grove's going to take their final time out of the ball game. I'll take a moment here. want to thank Donaghy Ford and GMC Alumni Sports Grill, downtown Royce City. Half-price appetizers tonight because the Foxes scored 28-plus points. TX Roofing and Steel, 1885 Barbershop, Wrap Garage, Ken Parker Services, Wrap Garage, Marshall Electric. Man, 3 seconds away, and I couldn't do 30 more seconds of this game. It's been
I've had enough.
Black Friday here in Royce City. 3 seconds to go. 31-14, Gilmer defeats Sunnyvale.
That's going to be
so
your
that's going to
matchup.
be the matchup. Maybe we'll find out in 3 seconds. Of course, Pleasant Grove and Gilmer are in the same district. The 2019 state champions on the ropes against your Caddo Mills Foxes with 3 seconds to go, as mighty Casey comes to the plate with one more swing to go. It's first down and 10, Pleasant Grove at the Fox 49-yard line. Home run formation back here for Caddo Mills as Townley's back deep along with Pounds. Savion Neal in the middle of the field. Get the man on the ground. These PG coaches next to us as Woodside's going to take the snap, rolls right. Looking for a man downfield, heaves into the end zone. Going to be well short of the end zone. Intercepted! Intercepted! Savion Neal! And the Foxes are the regional champs as the champion goes down in Royce City. Foxes 35, Hawks 31.
Slap hands!
Gilmer, we're coming your way. Foxes and Buckeyes next week on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Wow.
Just to imagine, it started in Gainesville, and now we're here.
And the Foxes are regional champs. We're still gold ball hunting. And District 4A Division II will have a brand new state champion in 2019 as Interstate 30 will have a competitor with a long ride home here on Black Friday.
Cody, we talked about this. I told you pregame. This is a great sight to see for the Caddo Mills Foxes. We've been here to the regional finals 3 times to get that monkey off of our back, to set. I guess you want to say create a. I'm at a loss of words right now.
Yeah.
You know, getting to where Pleasant Grove is. This is what you have to do
to get to the. Yeah, this is a program defining win for the Caddo Mills Foxes and Coach Cody Crane. When you knock off the defending state champion and mostly everybody's pick in Division II to repeat, you knock off a team. These seniors have played for a state championship every year they've been in school. Not this year, baby.
Cody, you called some of their Pee-wee games.
Yeah.
You saw some of these young athletes. And it's not just the seniors. It's the young guys like Baxter,
yes,
Ivy. You've got Jason Thomason. Some of these key young guys that are help contributing with a great senior class.
Absolutely, man. When you're down, once again, Caddo Mills started the scoring, scoop and score, first series of the game for Pleasant Grove, as Brian Jones stripped the ball and Aldred ran it in and made it 7-0. And then the offense kind of went in a lull. Townley has an interception. I scared all the deer. Kevin Mosier out there hunting said he just scared all the deer out of Nolan County, screaming so loud. Man, he should have been in this booth today. Wow.
Yeah.
Been a strange game today. So here we go. Like we said in the pregame, Caddo versus Gilmer next week, to be determined. Of course, Gilmer, if you're not familiar, definitely deep East Texas for Gilmer.
Yes, and if you guys want to know, if you wanted to see Caddo Mills in a mirror,
yeah,
the Gilmer Buckeyes are that team that resembles a Caddo Mills Fox squad.
Man, but I can't, and I know we're not down on the field today, but I can tell you what, man, player of the game for me, Tyler Townley.
Absolutely.
I mean, when you're down at 3rd down and 23 from your own 48-yard line in a regional playoff game against defending state champion, and you had the muster for a 14-yard scramble, then hit Bean on a 4th down, and there's another gold ball being presented to your Foxes down there by Superintendent Luke Allison. Man.
I'm speechless. This is amazing. I've never seen this program do what they've done here tonight.
Yeah.
Hats off to the administration staff, the coaches, the players, the parents. That you guys have to be proud of what they've accomplished tonight.
Absolutely, man. This senior 2020 senior class, this has been a difficult road for all kids in 2020, but for this team and all these teams in the state of Texas, man, you definitely want to take the hats off for them, and I'm sure it's a disappointing end of the 2020 season over there for the Pleasant Grove Hawks. But, man, Mark, one game away playing for a state championship, man.
I can't believe it. It's a great time to be a Caddo Mills Fox
team,
right
hey,
now.
guys, this Caddo Mills program needs to be on the map for the whole state of Texas. This has been an impressive run. They've beat a lot of good teams in this run, but, man, none bigger than Pleasant Grove.
You've got to put the respect on Caddo Mills, just like you talked about. We've had some of these guys, I'm not going to name names, that are within the program that are, man, why aren't they talking about us? Well, now you've made a reason why. You've done your job. It's time to talk about them. The Caddo Mills Foxes are for real.
Absolutely. So still gold ball hunting, of course. Definitely, man, we want to go celebrate, catch our breath, but definitely watch the Caddo Mills Fox Athletic app, as we'll have updates about buying tickets or where the game's going to be. And once again, we may be audio only next week. We don't know. This has kind of been a fluid situation. Gilmer and Caddo will be the matchup, and, man,
the only thing that gives us the opportunity is you got 5A and 6A that are starting their playoff run. So hopefully we can do everything we can to get the streaming.
Yeah. So we're going to go here, enjoy our Black Friday. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family from the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Foxes win 35-31 here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Hey there, Fox fans. This is Cody Hawkins with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, here today to talk to you about Marsh Brothers Electric. Of course, that's a Caddo Mills locally owned business. Your residential service electrician, American owned by Texans. All your lights, can lights, plugs, power to all shops, any electrical needs. Make sure you call Marsh Brothers Electric at 214-534-9261. And also don't forget the Boys of Fall special. It's $150 off $3,000 or more, or $50 off $500 or more. That's Marsh Brothers Electric, 214-534-9261.